And we're live with Chudcast once again. The only video game podcast on the internet.
The only one.
Yeah, this the
only one
real
this
one.
late and this gay.
That's probably not true. I'm sure there's at least 1,000 gay gaming podcasts. This is the only Chudcast, though. Yeah, they might not be late. But God, I don't know why I got cold feet. Normally, I'm just like, I'll just say whatever comes to my head immediately. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, do I just go like, I was pooping. It's very important to poop. I had pooping is important. Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, whatever. What's up, chat? Yeah, #1 podcast in the world for sure. You know, I should look into you putting these up on Spotify or something.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, there you go. Then I can pay you. I will actually pay my brother. I've offered him money though, to be clear. It wasn't enough money
like
though.
$10.
No, it was $60 an episode.
I would rather get paid nothing and then not have
it's
you tell me what to
$30
do.
an hour. $30 an hour. Post your synth toucan emotes. I'll defend it.
It costs more than that to tell me what to do.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just get into the news. Okay, so first off, we've got that lawsuit against Steam's 30% cut of game sales is now a class action, meaning many other developers could benefit. Here we go.
It's a very professional title. That lawsuit, you know, the one.
Well, Rock Paper Shotgun is only got the greatest journalists for sure. They definitely play video games and love them. Okay, so yeah, this is again just devs seething about the 30% cut, and it's like this is a very, very simple transaction you're doing here. You're paying for basically exposure. I hate to say it, but yes, it's the biggest platform. At least, you know, PC platform by far to sell games on. I mean, it's not even a close second place. So, yes, it is a huge cut, obviously, but, I mean, listen, I wouldn't even care. I'm not invested in Valve's future at all. You know, you already know that I'm not even close to a PC Master Race guy. So, I don't care about any of that shit. What I do care about is that the game store is a piece of shit. Like, it's absolutely... I hate using it. In fact, I haven't used it in, like, a year, at least. It's not worth it.
Yep. And the 30% really isn't that bad when you consider they eat all of the credit card costs, you know, because, like, Visa takes a cut and stuff like that. They also eat any costs that comes with chargebacks. So, like... if you were selling the game yourself, you could end up like losing money if too many people refunded or charged back their cards and stuff.
Right.
So Valve eats all of that. They also provide servers and stuff for games. I mean, it's not like they don't do anything. It's not like the 30% is just because fuck it.
Okay, I just read a quote here that is... I don't even... This is some retard shit. Okay. I believe that Valve is taking away gamers' freedom to choose how much extra they're willing to pay to use their platform.
What?
Yeah, and then, the quote continues, I believe they're taking away competing stores' freedom to compete by taking advantage of their lower commission rates. I believe they're taking away developers' freedom to use different pricing models.
Okay, so this is a bad quote, because I think what he's trying to get at is that if you sell your game on Steam, you're not allowed to sell Steam keys somewhere else for a lower price.
Yeah.
Because if you sell a Steam key, Steam doesn't take 30%. It doesn't take anything, right? But to compensate for that, you're not allowed to sell Steam keys like 30% cheaper somewhere else or something, you know?
Right, yeah.
So I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, regardless, this is just one of those things where Like, this is something that the gamer does not give a fuck about.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
this
have
has nothing to do with the gamer.
And I have no sympathy for game developers anymore. I mean, if they actually cared about making good games, and this doesn't just apply to devs, obviously it's publishers as well, but the point is nobody in the industry actually wants to make a good game. They either want to make propaganda or, a minimum viable product. And that's it. It's like nobody like, I want to make the most fun video game that I can. It's gone. It's fucking gone. So
it's just because you hate indie games.
Fuck all these people. Yeah, and you play them and you hate them just as much as I do.
Yeah, but the problem isn't that they're not trying. It's just that they're not good.
Yeah, because they're soulless golems. Okay, we don't need to really get into this discussion because, again, I feel like I'm just repeating myself for the millionth time that I've said on streams and stuff, and people have explained it better than me anyway, but the whole theory that all the great artists, basically just, you write what you know, and I think the same sort of applies to any artistic medium. And the people who are making games are just imitating the things they grew up with instead of making things based on their experiences, right?
Yeah, well, no one has any experiences anymore.
Yeah, so everything is like soulless clones of something else.
You can make a game about, calling someone on the phone without having a panic attack.
I mean, that probably exists.
Have made that game.
Yeah, I can totally see that existing as like a psychological horror game. It's literally just about social anxiety, calling people on the phone. Like Itch.io has like 10,000 fucking games that are just like 5-minute slop shit like that. So,
well, there is about 100 million games about depression. So,
we
need more about anxiety, even it out.
Okay, well, moving on. This is a funny piece of news here.
I like this one, yeah.
Billionaire internet company boss turns up to real-life 1v1 against COD player angry about lag. I mean, this is fucking...
This is so based.
Yeah, Xavier Neal, founder of telecoms company Iliad, shocked the X/Twitter user who challenged him by actually turning up outside a Lidl supermarket in Marseille, France. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yep. And he pussied out.
Yep.
The other guy, he's like, "Where you at? Come on."
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, I honestly don't have too much to say about this. This is one of those things where, I mean, so much crazy shit happens in the modern day like this that, I'm almost desensitized to stuff like this, but yeah, that is insane.
Scroll to the bottom. Look at like what the guy said why he didn't show up. There, it's right there.
I would have liked to, but 34.2 temperature plus stomach ache plus headache. Sorry, I give up. Oh my god.
You pussy. I mean, it's like, this is like extra gay because if he actually showed up, he probably just would have like shook his hand and been like, how can we improve your experience or whatever, and it'd be like a funny anecdote or whatever.
Yep. Lidl themselves also got in on the action, posting, "Please come and pick up the man who has been tweeting since this morning in front of the store." Okay. That's funny. Okay. Well, all right. Now we got some shitting on PlayStation news.
Oh yeah, wait. French person surrenders, by the way. Had to.
Oh yeah, French person surrender. Yeah. Well. Classic. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered fails to impress, falls behind original in concurrent player count. And this is basically a double piece of news, because the other one is also new. This is, I don't know why they title it like this. I guess it's more clickbaity. New PlayStation game is performing worse than Concord on Steam, that being the Lego Horizon Adventures game. So, yeah, we had double bombs back-to-back of the most astroturfed video game protagonist of all time, Aloy.
Yeah, what is the brain damage that has caused Sony to go all in on a character nobody likes?
Well, part of it, I think, is... fuck. I can't actually remember if it's a Sony exec or that just the creator, Hellman Hurst, I think his name is. He's absolutely fucking obsessed with Aloy and is trying to push her in everything, and nobody likes her at all. I mean, I played the first game. it was fine. If I played it now, I'd probably hate it more because I've played so many sandbox games now. But back when it came out, it was like, this is alright. You know, the robot dinosaur thing is, you know, that's cool, but everything else is kind of boring. And it was extremely diverse, you know. It's one of those games that's really pushing for... And look, they had a story reason, not a good one, but they had a story reason, which was the reason why it's so diverse is because everyone who's alive in this far future is just a clone of people from the past. And so I guess because they were woke as fuck or something, they made sure there was even racial and sex distribution for all the people who were cloned, you know. And the smartest person ever was a woman, and is Aloy. Aloy is a reincarnation of, like, the smartest woman ever. Which is like, man, that's so cringe. That's so fucking
It's funny because
cringe.
the obsession with Aloy, like, people were excited for the first Horizon game, but it was just because of the cool robots and nothing else.
Yep.
But they keep putting the focus on this, like, goblin creature rather than the cool robots.
Yeah, I mean, the first game was, you know, I won't say ugly in an artistic sense, but everyone just looked normal, right? Everyone looked normal. And then the second one, they're like, oh, everyone's ugly now. Because we love ugliness, because we're leftists, and that's what we do. We make ugly art.
Yeah.
And it was just more of the same as well. You know, I played like, I don't know, 15 to 20 hours of it, and it was just like the first game. And people wonder why nobody cared. You know, I guess you can only bundle it with so many fucking consoles. There was actually a tweet, I saved on my phone. I just remembered it right now, though. But basically, Phil Spencer's like, yeah, even the PS5 I bought came with Horizon. That's just, everyone has Horizon because it's bundled with every PlayStation.
Yeah, I think they're trying to just take a loss to, like, push the character, but it's not happening. Like, it's just not working. It's a bad character design, and nobody cares.
Yep.
Like, they could just push Kratos in the same way, you know?
But he's
like,
a white man.
Lego Kratos game, and maybe people would have played that.
I mean, he's a cucked white man, but he's still a white man, so he can't be the forefront anymore.
Fair. Well, they could just make him black.
His voice is already black.
Yeah, he's
so
already voiced by a black guy. Just make him black. It's fine. No. He'll be the first Greek black man.
Yeah, well, you know, depends on what historian you ask.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Greeks were always black, so
Yes.
he's supposed to be black. They'll just be returning him to what he was supposed to be.
Shit, there was David Jaffe related news, but that's not that important. I don't care. David Jaffe's the creator of God of War, or one of them. And his, trying to not get in trouble, but the facts are his biological daughter transitioned to a man, and then David Jaffe lost his fucking mind and became super woke or whatever. And
oh, damn.
Yeah.
Usually the opposite happens. That usually breaks. Oh, no, it always breaks the parent. So I guess it's a 50-50 whether they become Elon Musk or, I guess, super woke.
Yeah, and I don't know. He shit on some... I don't know, was it a YouTuber woman or something? This is recent. I don't care that much about the drama. It was some chick. He was shitting on some conservative female content creator or whatever. Something like that. I don't care. Alright, moving on. Okay, so, right. So Sony is trying to buy Kadokawa, which is the parent company for... what was it again? What's that owns?
From Software.
From Software.
Dark Souls.
Let's see. Yeah, wait. What else does Kadokawa own that you were mentioning?
The big one that I actually care about is they own Spike Chunsoft, which means if this goes through, no Pokemon Mystery Dungeon ever again. They're the only good games ever made. All their video games are bad.
Yeah. This is interesting, though, because Bandai Namco owns Dark Souls and Elden Ring, I believe, as well. So I don't think they would get that, would they? Let's see. Potential purchase.
No, I think they would just get...
Yeah, because they're not trying to buy Bandai Namco. It's weird. Anyway, the point is, yeah, obviously Sony owning From Software would be bad for everyone. I know a lot of my fans... What's up?
Who cares? I mean,
Who
Dark
cares?
Souls is been going down the
Here we
shitter
go.
for the last.
I was
4
literally
games.
about to cover your take in a second. This is where they're like a base Devin Kino.
Yep.
Don't worry, I told Devin about the Devin Kino comment that was on the community post. I saw it. Anyway, so yes, I was about to say my audience and Devin apparently don't care because, From Software hasn't really made an awesome game in a long time. Normies love Elden Ring, and some people in my audience love Armored Core. I thought the last one was alright. I really was not that impressed. It wasn't like that fun to actually play. I mean, it was cool conceptually, visually, but I think the execution was kind of weak in certain ways, but I'm not going to go into that again. The point is, I have not been impressed with a From Software game since Bloodborne. And this is the part where people say Sekiro, and it's like, listen, maybe someday I'll go back to it, but I don't care.
I mean, it's like a rhythm game without music. I guess it's like semi-interesting, but not very fun. Oh, they'd buy it. People will make the Mario and Luigi games? That's crazy. Oh, only the most recent one. I heard that one's not that good. Oh, they made Octopath too. Those are pretty good. Oh shit, they'd own RPG Maker?
Yeah,
right,
whoa. That's
anyone who likes
actually...
porn games, it's time to stock up while you have the chance.
Well, I'm sure
there's no way Sony's gonna let that happen anymore.
I'm sure RPG Maker is one of the biggest pirated programs. So
yeah, but they would own they would probably change the license to make it so that you can't sell porn games.
Yeah, yeah, they could do that. That would be interesting.
I mean, it'd be funny, but I think there are a lot of people in your audience specifically who'd be upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the bottom? Is that all of them?
I just hate Sony. Yeah, that was all the things that they would acquire. Yeah. I hate Sony, so I hope that, From Software or Kadokawa says, no, it's not worth it, but who knows, man. I mean, when you're throwing around billions.
What Kadokawa said is they're not selling From Software. Sony would have to acquire the entire company.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 4.1 billion, which is doable, but a lot.
You'd think at some point these fucks would run out of money because, I swear, again, I'm not the type of guy who looks at all these, I don't look at companies' quarterlies to know how they're doing outside of, headlines that get posted sometimes. But we know Sony's hurting in the gaming division. Sony's movies are pretty hit or miss. I don't know how their hardware sales are doing outside of gaming, with headphones, TVs, that sort of thing. I have no idea.
Apparently Kadokawa also makes a bunch of anime. None of it seems super great, like Shield Hero or Eight Alive.
Right.
So I wouldn't cry about it.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll get a cool Horizon Zero Dawn anime. Are you excited for that?
You remind me of that anthology series. Oh, shit, when does that come out? I think that's about to come out. I need to look it up because I might review it. But Netflix, or is it Amazon? No, I think it's Amazon. Amazon's doing an anthology animated video game show called Secret Levels, where each episode is about a different video game. One of them is Concord, by the way, which is holy fuck. That's hilarious. I want to at least review that episode, but I'll probably review the whole thing. It's just one thing because I doubt they have much substance. But yeah,
that'd be cool if it was well done, which it won't be.
Yeah, no, there's no way it's gonna be well done, which is sad because I liked the first season of Love, Death, and Robots. Not all of them, but I liked... That was Netflix, though. But regardless, the point is, fuck, whatever, who cares? I liked that anthology series. Yeah, the concept's good. Whatever, okay, moving on. Here we go. This is more spicy news. We have... Avowed art director exposed by Elon Musk for, well, I don't care about the Elon Musk part, whatever. For alleged racist and illegal hiring practices, Musk, it won't end well for him. Okay, well, I don't care about the Elon Musk Association. The point is, the art director for Avowed, what's fucking say his name? I forgot it already. Fucking,
Jaffe.
Hansen. What's his first name? I see Hansen right here. It probably was here. Matt Hansen. Okay, I'm skimming. So Matt Hansen, the art director for Avowed, is a typical far leftist, anti-white, racist type of, you know, he hates chuds, obviously, hates Elon Musk, hates Grums, big shock, you know, that's all these people, really. I don't care about Grums, and I only slightly care about Elon Musk.
Who is Grums? I see his profile picture all the time.
Is Mark Kern, who was a World of Warcraft game developer who became a chud at some point.
Okay.
And all you need to know is the people who hate me hate him even more. Like, he's one of the most hated person among certain groups, for sure.
That's good.
Anytime he's mentioned, there's like nuclear seething, and I have no idea why. Anyway, the point is, so Matt Hansen wants to tank the entire game. Basically, like, Elon Musk is like, okay, let me show you the elite. This is the, sorry, but if you're exposed to Asmongold here.
Oh my god, it's the Gopher Man.
Very cringe. Sorry.
Why do I always see his buck teeth? Close your mouth.
So, here we go. So, this tweet right here is the reason that I even want to talk about this in the first place. So, reminder to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice, my DMs are open and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. Now, the first thing I want to point out is Matt Hansen is Jewish, so depending on who you ask, he's not white. so
that's absurd what you just said. There's no way that could be true.
So yeah, I don't think he's white, at least in my opinion. You know, my very professional opinion. So
are you calling me not white? Who do you think you are?
But so he wants to replace whites. That's always good. But Elon Musk said something about how, you know, this is illegal or whatever. And then Matt Hansen said, all right, now I really want to do it. Don't embolden me, I believe is what he said. Here we go.
Yeah.
So here's I think Elon Musk this is adding someone at Microsoft. I can't remember who. Does it say it here?
I think.
Yeah, CEO of Microsoft. Yeah. Okay. And then, oh yeah, and this is crazy. Chris Avellone actually sided with the Chuds.
Which one's Chris Avellone?
He wrote New Vegas, and he wrote older Fallout.
Is he the one who's like trying to be a YouTuber?
No, that's no, that's the programmer, the gay programmer. Why can't I remember his name? Fuck, whatever. Chat will say it. Anyway, Chris Avellone, the reason why he's becoming a chud is because there was a Me Too style accusation went against him a few years ago. And so ever since those false accusations got him fired from a bunch of shit, he's
nothing left to lose.
Yes.
That's what a chud is. That's what makes you a chud.
He's not a true chud, obviously, but he's disillusioned with the left somewhat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here we go. So here's the response to the Elon Musk tweet is, oh, Elon, you sweet summer child, this will only embolden me, you sad sack of shit.
If you say sweet summer child, execution in Minecraft.
Yes. Yeah, he's a gay Redditor art director, which is why Avowed looks horrific, by the way. I probably should have prepared pictures of how bad some of the character designs look. Maybe I could just pull up the trailer real quick. Well, we can check out Avowed's latest trailer.
That all these people who are obsessed with everything other than making a good game make bad games. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It's crazy how fucking horrible these games are. Alright, hold on. I'll just show the trailer. I don't give a shit about
it's a Semitic art style.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you can't say that. Yeah, let me pause the music.
Yeah, dude, this just looks like you stole it from the Unreal Engine store.
Yeah, someone was showing the face animations are like horrific. I mean, they're worse than like New Vegas. I mean, even like that 1 second, you could tell the lip sync was off. Oh my god,
Yeah,
premium
why were
skins.
people pretending they were?
Do you see how
excited for
ugly
this?
these characters are?
Dude, the furry. Go back. Scroll back. To that furry
the
character.
furry looks utterly unappealing.
Really,
like,
you couldn't
holy
hire
shit.
one gay furry to make
What the
something
fuck
that doesn't
is
look
this?
like a monstrosity?
It looks so fucking bad. It looks so
that
bad.
really, that's what's that movie? Cats? That looks like
Yeah,
Cats.
yeah. This whole game is just, I don't know. And even when even when you're not seeing the horrific characters, it just looks very generic. And
One
the
of
thing
it
is,
reminds me of is Kingdom of Amalur.
yeah, yeah. But this plays like Skyrim, basically, is what the gameplay is.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That was the last piece of
Bajillion
news, I
copies,
guess.
though, I'm sure.
But yeah, Avowed, don't buy it. It's gonna be woke as fuck. I mean, the art director said it's gonna be woke as fuck.
Yeah, but you didn't need this. You shouldn't have needed these tweets to know to not buy it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It looks gay as shit. You just watch the trailer and you're like, this is gross. I don't like it. And that is the irony, though, where it's like the art director is the one raging about this. You take one look at the game and it looks like ass. It's like, interesting.
Man, maybe you focused more on, the art part. What's your fucking job? The game wouldn't look like shit.
Yep. I'm sure chat loves when jets are flying overhead. Though I think they can only hear it when I'm talking. If I just leave dead air, then they'd never know.
Yeah, because Discord tries to hold it or hide it.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it. Even though that was 2 weeks worth of news, I don't think there was that much else worth talking about. I mean, there might have been some shit that I just forgot, but we're at the end of the year, so the only other news is really like, I could talk about Breakers. But chat already saw Breakers.
The state of Breakers. Right
the state of Breakers is game's dead.
Wait, show your Poir. Show Poir.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe it, guys. Poir! Holy shit, Poir, dude. I got a Poir.
Yay.
Anyway, so.
Now, chat, you agree we should give Poir to our dogs? They deserve it.
Yeah, dude, that's what my brother tried to do. Like, immediately. Listen, I think I actually, even though it was 2 weeks ago, I already talked about this last time. There's no fucking content. The game's dead. Breakers is dead.
Yep.
I've already exhausted everything. The new Raider is shit, by the way. Shit. Because the Zoomers who play the game have decided to... Let me see if I can just play a clip for you of what he says, and then you'll know exactly the Zoomerisms about this.
Yeah, it doesn't want me to kill Poir. Sad.
You don't kill Poir. Okay. I can find the clip of me dying. I bet that won't take that long. Hold on. There's a clip where I play as Cell Max and I get killed before I even get to play as Cell. New Cell. True Cell. Yeah, I think this is it, actually. No, that's not it. Fuck. Opponent found. Damn it. Here we go. The best part of the podcast where I'm flipping through clips.
There's been more
and can't find
backlash
out.
about me wanting to give Poir to our dogs than I think anything I've ever said.
Yeah, Devin always does. Listen, I love the dogs, but I literally just bought them toys, dude. That's not a joke. Okay. No, what? Dude, I swear to God, I have the clip of me getting killed when I turned into...
You only win now. There are no clips of you losing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll figure it out later. So, okay, well, hold on. So I guess I won't waste too much time talking about this because, again, chat already knows. Like, everyone watching this, you've seen me stream it, let's be honest. I know you have. So, oh shit, my brother just had to answer the phone. Well, that's pointless then. Alright, well, there's no point telling chat what they already know about Dragon Ball the Break. All you guys love Breakers. We're all Breakers heads here. So, like...
Hello.
Oh, okay, you're back already. Okay, fine. So, long story short, you didn't watch the Dragon Ball Superheroes movie. Which,
Nope.
speaking of which, we didn't even really watch anime, but we can talk about movies. We'll talk about that in a
we
second.
never watched Akira. Damn.
Yeah, we never watched Akira. We did watch a few movies over the Thanksgiving week. The week of Thanksgiving, you might as well consider.
Where do you have Flar in your room, Kobe?
I just put it on my desk, but he was on my shelf behind me.
He was
a second
behind
ago.
it, so he watches you goon. You're making
Yeah, and he's smiling about it. You know, speaking of Poir and gooning, that was one Dragon Ball related thing I did watch. Instead of watching Daima, I watched like the first 5 episodes of OG Dragon Ball. I know I said I would never watch it, but I was like, fuck it. Someone cut together, you know, the episodes is like a movie. It kind of like, well, I don't even remember the YouTuber name.
Like
the point
Kai?
is, there's another guy who did it. And yes, it's structured kind of like Kai, but they just cut together an arc into like an hour and a half, right? And like, I remember people saying for years, and you know what, I'm still in the beginning, so I guess there's still a time for him to redeem himself. But people were saying for years, like, oh no, Yamcha's cool in Dragon Ball. And the whole time I'm thinking like, that sounds like bullshit. It sounds like complete bullshit. In his first episode, he gets humiliated multiple times. Goku knocks one of his teeth out, dude. Like, if a child beats you up, I don't care if he's fucking an alien, which, you know, at the time, I'm sure Toriyama didn't even think of that. It was just thinking of Sun Wukong, right? Since it's just Journey to the West is basically what OG Dragon Ball is.
So Yamcha's just always been a shitter.
Yeah, Yamcha's always been a shitter. Like, but Poir's there, and I'm like, oh, I love Poir. Anyway.
I love Flar.
But Poir is just Yamcha's yes man. He doesn't do anything either. Fucking, I don't know, like, what I was saying to you earlier, and something I wanted to talk to Chad about the last stream, but I forgot, is basically like, OG Dragon Ball is just a Saturday morning cartoon. And you know what? I like Saturday morning cartoons. I still like some, you know, you guys know I love my baby games and shit, so I'm not saying I dislike Dragon Ball. I definitely don't dislike it. But, like, for the few contrarians who are like, no, Dragon Ball is actually better than Dragon Ball Z, like, I get it. Some people are saying that because of the Demon King Piccolo arc, so I have to watch the whole show to get to that, obviously. Because I'm not going to skip stuff. I'm just not that type of guy. But, like, you're telling me this is like a baby cartoon. I know this is a bad comparison because my brother unironically likes The Hobbit more than Lord of the Rings, at least with the books.
Fuck you.
But to me, it's like saying The Hobbit is better than Lord of the Rings. It's like, what do you mean?
It is,
like,
though. If you read the book, I don't get Lord of the Rings. It's The Hobbit just feels like a more contained story, while the Lord of the Rings is very meandering.
Yeah, well,
look, people are saying Hobbits, but anyone who's read the book, I think, agrees. Like, the movies, it's obviously worse. The Hobbit movies are terrible. But if you read the books, which I know none of you can read, so don't lie to me, but those who have read the books know The Hobbit's better.
okay, well, anyway, you know, I see, I've told Chad for years that you're a bigger contrarian than me, and thank God they're finally seeing it, because I don't think they believed me.
I know none of these people have read the books. None of you have. Imagine reading. Yeah, see, these are the honest people. They just watch the movies and are like, I'm sure the book is just like the movies. It's like, no, it's not similar at all. The movies are exactly the problem I have with the Lord of the Rings books they brought to The Hobbit with the movies. And I'm not even saying The Hobbit's that great. I didn't like Hobbit that much either. I just think it's a neat to read like a modern day fairy tale, which is what The Hobbit is.
Yeah, so I mean,
I have read it. XX Weird Boy XX have read it. I believe you. I definitely believe you. I read it.
Regardless, on your point about being a fairy tale, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get the appeal of Dragon Ball, of like this adventure story where you meet these kooky characters, and it's sort of like villain of the week in the beginning, anyway. But I'm just thinking, like, I don't know. This is like very kid shit. And yes, I know people are thinking like, yes, this is like back when nudity was like a more normal thing. So like they fucking, like, Bulma is whored out like thoroughly. Like, she wears a fucking bunny suit by like whatever episode I'm on. I'm like,
damn, that's early.
Yeah, again, like episode 5 or 6 or something. Again, I can't really tell since the way it's edited. I don't know what episode it is. But the point is, like, yes, that shit is ironically more adult the way we think of adult now. But that's just because sexuality was much more normal back then. Nobody cared if a teenage girl was in a bunny suit, you know?
Right.
Now we're in very gay times. If
Yeah,
if it was
so
a teenage boy in a bunny suit, then nobody would bat an eye.
Yeah, you could have that today. But you say it's more like a cartoon, then how does it compare to like Western cartoons?
Well, again, the adult content, I would say, is...
Yeah, but I just mean quality, like ignoring...
I was enjoying it. Again, it's not like I watch the cartoons I grew up with in my free time, so I can't really say... Like, I can't compare it to, like, the greats, like Courage the Cowardly Dog, or, you know, whatever ones you want to name as your favorite ones. But...
Yeah.
But, like, I was enjoying it. I think it was pretty good. I forgot to get back to it. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have watched the whole arc by now. It was just something I thought of since I was staring at Breakers, you know, and that makes... My brain goes into Breakers mode whenever I see Breakers. So,
yeah. So it's definitely better than Daima, then.
Yeah, I like it better than Daima. Yeah, I think, again, just based on what I saw, it was better than Daima. Yeah.
Damn. Daima stay losing.
Yep.
Now you have to watch GT.
I don't want to, though. I don't want to watch GT. I feel like, you know, the GT has ideas. It doesn't have execution. Because I see clips get posted of the fights, and I'm like, these are awful. These fights are bad. Like, the story's good. Like, for some of it. Again,
right.
like Baby. Like, I think Baby has really good motivation. Better than, like, most Dragon Ball villains. If not, like, all the DBZ ones. He has better motivation. But the fights are awful. They're just bad. So that's why that's probably where like this base Kaba shit is. It's not just because of like, well, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
Nope. No clue.
Basically, there was this really shitty joke that Mexicans, it was all Mexicans factually. Anyway, basically, whatever.
Ask him if you're telling the truth.
Well, it wasn't just Mexicans. It was all the brown DBZ fans. So most of them.
Right, yeah, so most of the DBZ fan base.
Yes, yeah, but they were talking about how base form Kaba, which I don't know if you know who Kaba is. Do you even know who that is?
No, no, I don't.
So, you know how there's multiple universes?
Yes.
And Universe 6 is like the partner universe to the main one, which is 7. And the Universe 6 Saiyans are the twinks, or, well, I guess women aren't twinks, whatever. They have no muscles, nobody. Men, women, they're all...
Lame.
They're very effeminate. And Kaba is the dude who, you know, they sort of set up as not really a rival to Vegeta, but kind of like, sort of. I don't know. Whatever, he's a pussy. Anyway, so base form Kaba stands up to base form Vegeta in the Tournament of Power, which, you know, if you actually take power scaling literally like an autist, makes no sense at all. And Vegeta, and they scale this against like feats Vegeta's done in Super, that basically makes it like, it's almost like multiverse level bullshit that, again, only an autist. Did I get killed here? Or did I outsmart them here? I don't know. I think I lose this match. Anyway, the point is, no, yeah, I did outsmart him right there, idiot. Anyway, so I still lose this though, believe it or not.
Oh,
so, yeah, because I was fucking around. You have to kill Giant Orange Piccolo as fast as possible or you just lose. And I did not. I wanted to have fun. Anyway, so people were saying that because of the way power scaling works, I don't remember the details because I don't give a fuck, that base form Kaba, without even going Super Saiyan, is stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And again, like, this is because Dragon Ball Super is the worst parts of Dragon Ball Z, where it's all about really stupid power scaling bullshit. Any character can be as strong as any other character as long as there's like one line of dialogue explaining it. You know, it's that shit. Except the difference is in like the Cell Saga and DBZ, or even worse, the Buu Saga, really. They at least had somewhat plausible explanations, except for Gotenks. Gotenks is the exception because Fusion is just that broken. But they're like, okay, Piccolo fuses with Kami, and that makes him, like, slightly stronger than Goku and Vegeta. Okay, sure, that's bullshit, but I can believe it, you know, knowing Dragon Ball. Because, like, just fusing things in general, as you learn later, is insanely busted. But I'm getting distracted by my poor gameplay here. Anyway, so
You're like, who's that guy shitting up the screen? Who's
yeah, I
doing
know.
super
Well,
bad
I
over
should have
there?
just killed Piccolo. Like, who gives a fuck about the little dudes? But again, I was having fun. So,
Here, speed run. What's going on? I forgot what it was even being explained.
whatever.
to me.
A Twink Saiyan dude is stronger than the strongest thing ever, forever, and way cooler than anything in Dragon Ball Super. And
Yeah.
again, Mexicans are like, this is so funny. I love this because there's Zoomers who didn't grow up with GT. Not even saying GT's good. I'm not. But like, they care more about stupid gay power level wankery than about like good stories or writing or any of that shit. Not even saying.
Doesn't that really surprise you though?
No, it
Okay.
doesn't surprise me, but it still makes me mad. Anyway, so to get back to, I didn't have that much else to say about Ochi Dragon Ball. I'll talk about it more next week because I'm sure I'll just listen to. Again, I'm just like throwing the game so hard here because like, I don't know. Whatever. And it was so I'm not gonna talk about breakers. All you need to know is like what you see right here is all the content. Like there's nothing else.
Yeah.
I should have won the game right here, but I think I get stunned. But again, I could have won way earlier than that. I just kind of threw.
Dude.
Oh, I did
Yeah,
win. I did win. Thank God. Okay, I'm like I thought I lost this game because I was throwing like half that game. But anyway, so yeah, fuck it. Let's move on to games we're playing this week. Well, we'll
right.
talk about that. Well, you already know Stalker 2. Chat knows. No, the review isn't coming out. Sorry, everyone's disappointed in me. I'm sorry.
Ooh, you were just really busy, right?
I was extremely busy. You don't even know how busy I was. They don't have words for how busy I was.
So that means you have a bunch of cool projects in the works then.
Yeah, it's never mind. I'm not gonna feed into it. I'm not gonna feed into it. Don't do it. That's. I couldn't even think of the joke anyway. Yeah, Poir knows. Poir is my like elf on the shelf. He's seeing and judging all the shit I'm doing.
But he always smiles. He always approves.
Yeah, because I'm Yamcha, which is not good. That's not a good thing to be.
No.
So, okay, let's talk about Stalker 2. It sucks. All right, there you go. Moving on. Anyway,
Damn.
no.
I told you though. I said it was gonna suck.
Dude, the amount of coping I've seen from Slavs about this game is insane. The game is just mediocre. It's mediocre. It's not bad, even though I just said it sucks. Look. I think something can suck without being objectively bad. All right, that's just something you gotta, be able to accept.
Dude, something could be good and still suck.
Yeah. Exactly. The chat has, if you've seen the streams, which, I'm sorry, the streams are dead forever, the archives, anyway. Just go to whatever that channel was. YIIK IV something, I don't know. It's like Kiwi Farms user. I don't know if the channel name is the same as the user. Someone's been archiving all the streams. Go find it if you care. There were so many goddamn bugs in this game, and not charming ones. And people, the worst part is having people like gaslighting. Well, they might not even necessarily be lying in some cases, but yes, Stalker 1 is somewhat buggy. Not nearly this level. This is like unfinished game level. One of the main quest objectives was broken until a patch that came out like 3 days ago. Like, you literally could not do the quest. Even if you no-clipped into the building, which was locked, by the way, the quest objective wouldn't complete. And the mission that you unlock afterward, which is completely optional, is ass. I can't remember if I do it in this recording or another one, but basically, like, you just go through a building, shoot a bunch of guys, which, you know what, I do like shooting guys, so I'm not going to complain about that. But the problem is, this room right here, again, if you're watching the stream, you know, you're taking psychic damage constantly. And when you take enough psychic damage, you hallucinate. And you'll actually hallucinate enemies that shoot you and hurt you. And so, the problem with this room is a giant spiral of 3 floors, right? Enemies can shoot you from the second or third floor from anywhere around the circle except like the tiny bit of cover you get in the middle. So like this fucking room, I'm literally like quick saving every time I kill 2 guys and it's so annoying. The thing is, like, this is another thing I didn't really get into much, and I didn't in my shitty kind of recording. Part of the reason I didn't make the video is because, like, I don't know, like, it was just bitching for 30 minutes, and it wasn't really, like, it wasn't that interesting. Like,
isn't that all your videos? Just bitching
yes.
for 30 minutes?
See, I kind of feel, oh, look, here's a bug right here. You see my hand up?
Yeah.
I was showing how if you stand on an object and it moves, like, as physics, like a chair, it will turn your camera around for you. And it's like, normally that wouldn't fucking matter, but if you're just, like, walking around, you step on a chair in a gunfight, then, oh, I just did a 180 and got shot in the back of the head. And it's, a lot of these things just add up. One thing that's not a bug that's totally intentional is bloodsuckers are like the most common mutant, or one of the top 3 most common mutants in the game. They turn invisible, they run around, then they run at you in a straight line. You just got to shoot them, rinse and repeat. Well, they do a roar, and when they roar at you, it doesn't just like do a shock bang effect. On top of concussing you, it also turns your camera for no reason. Like 90 degrees. It's like, this is some jank ass, like shit ass, not fun. There's so many things in this game that are not fun. The enemies get too much health, which this is on hard, that's why. But literally, there were multiple parts of this I showed off, Dev. The enemies take like 4 headshots. Like, what? 4? 4 headshots? Are you fucking out of your mind? Like, what? It's just shit. And you die in like 3 bullets. So it's like, it's annoying. It gets so goddamn... Oh, here's the hallucinations. You see the effect on the screen. Now there's going to be an enemy that spawns right behind me. Oh, you take damage over time, too, in the lower left from the psychic damage. So on top of taking damage, it also spawns enemies. It's like, this is fucking trash. And yes, there's an item, I take it right there, that increases psychic resistance, but the enemies still spawn. See? That guy disappears after he dies. The game is annoying to play, is what I'm saying. Now, again...
Yeah, dude, that's what I was worried. I mean, that's what I didn't like about the original Stalker, is it just kind of felt annoying to play. Where it's this constant stop-start. And I can even see you doing it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you can't just... You're never progressing at a steady pace. You're constantly stopping.
That's kind of true of the original game. It was very slow-paced, like... tactical type of thing, and in the early game in Stalker 1 is a little frustrating, but once you get some good gear, it's a decently fun game if you like slow-paced combat, right? The problem is they added so much annoying shit, and I didn't play the other 2. You know, people really, I guess in my chat, I can't speak for everybody because I have heard some conflicting things, but people in chat like Call of Pripyat the best, so I probably should have played that, but again, I didn't really like where the review was going anyway. Like, if I was not me and I was a better reviewer, I would try to be maybe a little bit more constructive. But me, I'm a rage machine. That's what I'm good at. You know, I get mad at games and I bitch about them for long periods of time. But it's not that interesting sometimes. This game is not that interesting to actually talk about. Because, like, it's literally just a million annoying things. That's what this game is. Annoyance, annoyance, annoyance. Oh, someone made fun of this part that happens right here. Like, someone was saying, like, this is like a manlet. Like, here, I'll show you. Like, I'm like, okay, I got to get rid of this psychic damage. So I'm going to leave this area. And there's a ladder right here. And so, you know, I go down the ladder. And now watch this, and watch my face. All right, here, hold on. I'll play it with sound. Room. All right, I'm running for it until this clears up. Oh no! And someone was like, "That's an average manlet life or something."
You could absolutely jump that, though.
Yeah.
And grab on.
So I had to walk all the way back
old
around.
shooters. In any old shooter, you absolutely could just jump and then grab onto that ladder because it's non-contextual.
Yeah, and that's part of the thing that was kind of fun about Stalker is that this is like a Ubisoft game. Like I say in the video that's never coming out. This is just Far Cry with a Stalker skin. Because in Stalker, you could sprint far, and as long as you were fast, and as long as you weren't over encumbered, you could sprint far. Like, you could sprint for 30 seconds. You could actually outrun bullets. I did in the last level. In the Chernobyl power plant, I literally ran past like 20 fucking enemies. I'm sure I still have the footage on my computer if you want to see it. And in this game, if you're outside of cover, you get hit. You just get hit, you get hit, just like Far Cry. Just like Far Cry. Because the enemies just hit you.
In this?
Yes. This quick save.
So it's a quick save spam.
Yeah, so is the
I do like
original,
those.
though. Yeah, I think Stalker 1 is worth playing. This is just worse. Like, and so much of it is just member berries. There's a bunch of areas that are one-to-one recreations, which is kind of cool the first, like, 3 times. But it's like, okay, I get that, like, Chernobyl, that area, only has so many, like, buildings, and there's only so many things worth recreating, obviously, before you make up shit. But it's a video game. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to make me explore the same things all the way back from a game over 15 years ago. I don't know. The game sucks, okay? I could say it in a million different ways. It's annoying to play. It's buggy. It's unfinished. It's really just not that fun, okay? Like, Stalker 1 is a more fun game while also having weird jank annoying shit in it, you know? You have to offset the Euro jank with fun and creativity. This game's not creative. It reuses a bunch of shit from the first game. So much shit. Mechanics, items, enemies, you know, all sorts of shit is just reused, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's actually displayed pretty well in the footage in that, like, you haven't done anything cool this entire time. Like, nothing interesting has happened that you wouldn't see in any other FPS.
Yeah, the only cool part here, let me bring it up, because this is a part I didn't stream. I felt bad that I didn't play this part, but on stream. But you go to, hold on, I'll load a different clip. So you go to this, like, research facility where the feds are at, called Circa. And, like, it's this, like, futuristic, like, facility place right here. And you, like, team up with the bad guys for a little while. I'll probably skip ahead, because, like, there's a filler mission where you, like, go in the labs, shoot mutants. You meet the guy from the very beginning of the game, and you get a chance to kill him, and I did kill him. But the cool part is you're given a choice, which I don't think it actually matters. I'm not sure, though. Where you get to either side with the feds or side with the rebels is right here. I actually did side with the rebels, only because the feds had a girl boss, and I'm like, fuck the girl boss, I'm not doing that. And so I side with the rebels, and then you get to the power source. There's this thing called the monolith, which is like what they're fighting over in these games. It basically, like, some hive mind of scientists, like, created this wish granter device which just brainwashes people so that they have a slave army, is what it is. That's what the first game's about. And so the slave army's still around, and they still worship the thing. They're called the Monolithians. And so the guys you team up with betray you right here, including the guy you worked with for most of the game. And then, like, everyone hates you. The facility starts falling apart. There's, like, the place is on fire. You're getting in a gunfight with both teams in this part. And it's like, you know what? I liked all that. That was, like, the only part of the game that was, like, legit engaging. It felt like something that wasn't in the first game, at least. I, again, can't speak for the second, third game. But, you know, oh, that glass is bulletproof. Good game. Good game, by the way. Anyway,
When did they figure that out, by the way? Being able to shoot through glass?
You can shoot through normal glass, you just can't shoot through that glass.
Okay.
Which really hurts, because this is one part where you want to shoot through glass. You know what I mean? Like there are houses in the game where you can break the glass. There's no glass breaking sound effect, by the way. I showed that on stream. They forgot to put a sound effect in for breaking glass. So, good game.
Why isn't Ukraine winning the war again? I wonder why.
The funny thing is,
good at doing things.
the dev studio got moved to the Czech Republic. It wasn't even developed in Ukraine. Anyway, but whatever. I'm just saying, the video wouldn't have been good. I know some people wanted to hear my take. Just watch the podcast, I guess. There's probably some other shit. Feel free, chat. Ask me any questions about anything. I didn't finish the game. Last stream, people told me there was another 8 hours. I'm like, fuck this. I played it for 30 hours.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no reason a game like this is that long. There's no RPG mechanics, unless you count, like, the artifacts and, like, the stats, which I don't, because there's no leveling up. You can upgrade guns. I guess that's an RPG mechanic, but really, it's not an RPG. It's a sandbox survival shooter. Why is a sandbox survival shooter with no real RPG mechanics 40 fucking hours long? That makes no sense. The game runs out of, like, interesting things to show you way before that, you know? So,
yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, it's not that good. Maybe in a year of patches, it'll be a 7 out of 10. Maybe, but that's still worse than the first game, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's brutal. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I haven't played it, but
It's like in between a 5 and 6 right now, just
Jeez.
because of how unfinished it is. I'd say it's like a 5.5 or something.
yeah, I hate all of these like waste of time games. Like, how long was this? 8 years or something to make shit?
Yeah, it was in development a long time, but supposedly it wasn't in real development until...
Yeah, they're just jerking off for
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
And then they make a piece of shit for the another 4. Because all this is about is stealing funding. Just wasting funding. Yeah, I hate this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, another thing, the fucking mutants are super bullet sponges, so every single fight against a mutant is fucking painful. Like, when you do shit like that, where you just, like, silent headshot people, like, sneaking around, that's fun. But when the enemies take multiple headshots, then that doesn't work anymore. Stealth is worthless, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm doing that with a rifle, too. That's a later clip, but I'm using, the VSS Ventores, which the whole point of it is to be basically a silent, it's not a real sniper, because the range of the bullet isn't that far, but it might as well be a sniper. So... if you can't silent headshot people with the silent sniper, then it's worthless. What's the point of it? I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah, game is mediocre. There you go. That's final thoughts on that. So, you played Shadow Generations. I can't believe it.
Oh my god, I told you, chat, that every podcast I would bring a gayer game. And this is the peak. A Sonic game. The gayest thing I could play.
I guess here's me streaming it.
Yeah,
whatever.
I didn't save my footage because I knew Kobe had some.
Yeah, I got footage. All right, you talk about what you thought of Shadow Generations.
Dude, it's okay. It's fine. I like the open world part.
That's crazy.
Levels.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like linear Sonic that much. I'm just collectathon brained. If you make a collectathon of any kind, it doesn't matter how bad or good, I will love it. So really, I was just like rushing through what I feel are shitty linear levels just so I can get to the open world to run around and have fun. And the problem is the open world like gates you with stuff. Like you'll find a chest and it'll be like, no, you need the poop emblem from the poop levels. And I'm like, oh great, I guess I had too much fun and now I have to go back to playing the shit linear levels that I hate.
I
really
can't believe
them.
that.
I thought they were fun, but I don't know. So much of it is just holding forward and not really doing anything else.
Yeah, I mean that's just a lot of Sonic period though, is just holding forward. I will give it this though. Like again, as someone I played almost every level. I stopped at the worst level because I just didn't care, which is the last one. But I played all of the levels except one of Sonic Generations like a couple weeks ago instead of playing the yearly games like I was supposed to. And like this level design is way better. Like and
oh no,
you
I
actually
agree
have
with you.
control.
I 100% agree with you. I definitely liked Shadow Generations way more than I liked original Generations.
Yeah,
like,
Sonic,
I did not like Generations.
Yeah, Sonic Generations is like, it's a glorified 2D game with like really shittier. Well, I can't say this for certain because I haven't played Sonic Unleashed in so long, but it feels like shittier versions of Sonic Unleashed levels for the 3D, and then the 2D is just like, some is good, some is bad. The Shadow Generations 3D is like way better. Like this is probably the third best Sonic game in my opinion, and you hate it, but whatever.
I want to see if it happens to you, but the fucking Mantis Ray thing, if you hit a wall, will just launch you in a random direction, and it's the most annoying shit ever. I want to see what happens in this clip.
It might have been a bug. I don't know.
I think it's just shitty controls, like Sonic. No, okay, you only use it for like 2 seconds, but I think this game Sonic controls pretty well, which is weird because Sonic always controls like shit.
It's Shadow, excuse me.
Yeah, same character. If the federal government confuses them, then so do I.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the fucking goo ball called? It's like Black Morph or something.
I don't remember. The squid?
The squid. I fucking hate the squid. It controls like ass. It is the only thing in this game that I'm like...
I agree, actually.
I just hate being this. I hate everything about it.
Yeah, let me show... yeah, we could show the final boss, because you were trying to S-rank this, right?
Yeah, I only played it twice. After the second time, and then I was like so far off, I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, it took me like 45 minutes.
The only thing I didn't S rank was the final boss, and I'm like, no, I don't care.
Yeah,
because the S ranks are a joke in this game. I don't know why they did that. Like, most of the S ranks are like impossible to fuck up. Like, if you just spam the slowdown time, you'll always have plenty of time.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's see. Was this the last retry? Probably. I think I had to pee because I was so pissed. Because the thing is, the last phase is easy, but I was so mad that I kept fucking it up.
Spoilers! Everyone's spoilers.
Yeah. Oh my god, Black Doom is the final boss? Whoa, no fucking way.
I would never believe that.
Yeah, the only thing you didn't do was the I know. I thought it was over, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll just keep going anyway. You don't have to literally hit every single one, but you do have to hit almost all of them to do it fast enough. But the point is, like, you learn from the harder version of the Metal Overlord fight that you save all the time on the first part.
Yeah.
And then the other part, the only thing that's important for the last part is obviously you just don't get hit, because if you get hit, then you lose an insane amount of time. And that's about it. But yeah, I don't know. So the bosses, yeah, they're kind of a mixed bag with this, but I don't think it's that important. I mean, I don't know.
I think only one boss I liked, and it was the Metal Sonic. I think that's the only boss I actually enjoyed. I think the other ones were inoffensive, but they weren't fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, the squid part, this part I had to redo a shit ton of times. Yeah, just because, yeah, the squid controls kind of weird.
There's no way to explain it other than it just feels bad. Like, what you want to do never happens. Like, it's not, I hate it. I just hate it. Everything else is fine. It's only the squid that they fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. It's only because... that's a good test if your controls are good, is like, how frustrated do you get when there's a real challenge put in front of you? And yeah, you just get really pissed off because the controls aren't that precise on the squid. So, yeah, I don't know. Was there anything else? I mean, again, it's probably my third favorite game of this year.
Anyone who likes Sonic should die.
I need to try and play more good games before I do best and worst. I've played more than enough bad games and will probably still play some. Oh, this is something we could have talked about. That's not really gaming news. I don't really have footage for it either. But the YIIK overhaul came out yesterday. YIIK IV. And, well, I was actually considering streaming it, but from what I hear, it actually doesn't change that much. Despite supposedly being in development for like 5 fucking years. Basically, to sum it up, what they changed was, one, they got rid of all the annoying shit in the combat. Like, there's no like quick time event things like Paper Mario.
Yeah, but isn't that the fun part?
They cut down the loading screens by a lot. No, from what everyone else said, like the shitty like mini games you have to do for attacks was part of the annoyance, because it's for every attack. There's no like basic attack where you just don't do a mini game.
Well, Mario and Luigi's like that. Actually, so is Paper Mario.
Well, it's different for Paper Mario because it's like, oh, hold backward or press A at the right time.
Yeah, that's hard. I have carpal tunnel.
It's a little bit... I don't remember the specifics because I watched all these YIIK videos years ago now, but from what it seemed like, they got pretty fucking annoying, you know? But anyway... So, they overhauled the combat shit. They added a lot more story. No, they didn't actually change the story, which you really think they would have changed some aspects of the story. YIIK came out like 5 years ago, by the way, which is crazy. I couldn't believe it when someone said that. So, it's like, what YIIK IV probably was in development at least 2, if not 3 years. They must have just been doing it during their free time, because so little was actually changed. So, okay, so yeah, they added new story cutscenes. Do you know who Michael is?
No.
Okay,
bro,
so...
I don't know anything about
you don't know anything about YIIK?
Literally nothing.
So, Alex YIIK, his best friend, quote-unquote, Michael, was infamous as being a character that's introduced near the beginning, and then the story forgets about him after, like, the 2-hour mark, and he does almost nothing until the end of the game. And then he actually becomes, like, an omniscient, like... multiverse combination of Michaels. Well, apparently a new plot point in IV is that Michael was only pretending to be Alex's friend to get with his sister. So
That's good.
they made Alex even more of a loser than he already was. I mean, that's kind of funny, but at the same time, like, the whole point of the story, and this is part of the reason why I don't think there's any point in me playing it, is like I already know the story. I remember enough of it.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
The whole point is like the game isn't really real. Like what's actually happening.
Yeah, it's like all in your head or whatever. You're like the center of the universe.
Yeah, basically. Like every multiverse, Alex is like the most important thing in the universe. This is actually vaguely relevant to one of the movies we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, where that's sort of like the anchor being concept is sort of like
Kobe,
this.
I need you to refute this statement. This is a comment. Sonic Generations is boost slop for retards who couldn't take edgy Sonic from the 2000s and begged for irony Marvel shit with multiverse dog water and 2D crap. How's that make you feel?
I mean, there was a huge backlash against Edgy. Oh, great. The playlist. The playlist is upset. Anyway. Well, yeah, the edgy shit from the 2000s, every millennial decided was mega ultra cringe. Let's all suck cocks ironically, you know, because that's not cringe.
Sucking cock.
Yeah, sucking cock. Let's see.
It's cool as long as it's ironic.
Edge Kino, sucking cocks. Which one do I pick? I don't know. Well, millennials pick sucking cocks for some reason. Anyway, but so listen. You have to, it's campiness. It's just a different type of campiness. Like how Resident Evil 4 is a reference to 80s movie camp. The Edge Kino 2000s with like Shadow the Hedgehog with a gun. It's just a different form of campiness. I don't understand how people don't get this. It's really not that complicated or hard to understand. But yes, there was a huge backlash in the 2010s against the likes of Shadow, Jak 2, Prototype. You can name any number of things, you know.
True Grit. I remember that movie.
So, shit, what was I saying? Whatever. Anyway, so the Sonic Generations.
Taking another one.
To circle back to Sonic Generations, Sonic games are so bad that, yes, people, even including me, are like, oh my god, Sonic Generations is awesome. It's like, no, it's just good in comparison to what came before. And, Shadow Generations is just better than Sonic Generations in pretty much every way. So, yeah.
I agree. It's just you're going from like a 3 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10. So
yeah, I mean, you know, my brother hates everything and then likes the gay shit. What was that gay shit game you liked last time? What, the indie game?
One?
The one
that was the Dimensionals.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that game.
I didn't even know what it was called.
I haven't.
Oh, really? I thought you liked it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's made for $3 or whatever because they were just like. It was a money laundering scheme. So once you played it one time, it's exactly the same. So
okay.
Sucks.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, the point is, there's no point. Whatever. I said what I want to say. Let's talk about movies now, I guess.
Yay, movies.
We finally saw Deadpool and Wolverine because we haven't been to a theater in how many years now? At least 3. So we saw it on Disney Plus, obviously. And I did like it. Not gonna lie.
It was good.
You know, like the thing is, like, it's an ironic cape shit movie, which, you know what, the problem is that style of humor is so played out, but it was done mostly tastefully, I would say. You know, I wouldn't say I loved a lot of the jokes, but there were a few really good ones in there, like especially the pedophile camp master joke that was near the end.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there was enough
Master.
edge to it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not like the kind of things we would call edgy, you know?
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't. It wasn't like Captain America humor, or Guardians of the Galaxy humor.
Yeah. Yeah, they really shat on those Fox characters. That was kind of funny, but it's ironic because on the one hand they shit on some of it, and then we're like, oh, no, we have to like give a proper conclusion now that they're never gonna get sequels, which is kind of neat. Like, I mean, a lot of those movies are kind of ass. I mean, people like at least the first 2 Blade movies, or at least it depends on who you ask, I guess. I like the first 2. The third one sucks, and yeah, everyone hated Daredevil, so obviously like they're gonna make fun of that shit. But I don't know. It was kind of a neat concept, I guess, to be like, okay, these Fox characters live in like the dumpster of all the universes, I guess, since we have to do this shitty multiverse shit. Which that was another good thing. That was the only part I really liked. There's only 2 parts I liked of the last 20 minutes. One of those was just Deadpool saying how like this multiverse shit is garbage. You know, like stop doing it, Disney. Which hopefully they listen, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, because dude, I'm glad they did make this a point. Is that whole like time shit? The time cops is the gayest thing ever.
Yes, yeah, that's so horrible.
And the fact that they expect you to take it seriously and like Loki and shit, it's like this is like obviously stupid. So I'm glad the movie took the piss.
These jets, dude. What the fuck, man? It's literally. Hey, Devin, can you get up and turn the light on in my room real quick? I hate to ask you. I don't want to get up. I'm the one sitting here on a webcam, so you do. Anyway, so if you need proof that we're in the same house, here you go. Fat fuck. Yeah, well.
Ooh, it's a spooky ghost. Who turned the light on and off?
Anyway, Nosferatu. Anyway, so I don't know. What'd you think of the worst Wolverine?
The he was Wolverine. I couldn't tell the difference between him and every other Wolverine.
That is kind of that's such a weird thing that the movies sort of like. It plays such a fine line between like they take none of this seriously, but also like you should take this seriously. Because like if you think about it, the worst Wolverine literally is just like, wow, these X-Men suits are gay as fuck. Like I don't want to be part of this. And that's it. He's the worst ever because he didn't want to wear the suit.
No, it's because he killed everyone.
I know, but I'm just saying like if you think about it.
I didn't know. I did think about it, and that's what I concluded. Is that it's not because he thought.
But listen, if he thought the suits were cool, then he wouldn't have left his friends behind.
Yeah, but even then, they make it pretty clear that him letting his friends die wasn't the problem. I mean, that obviously wasn't good, but it wasn't the problem.
Yeah, they barely. That's a weird thing too, is they kind of just brush over how he, you know, it's implied he just killed like a shit ton of humans. Like
innocent people. Like
he killed innocent people. Yeah, it's like that's interesting. But I like it though because they don't like Disney's too chicken shit to play into the racism thing, which the X-Men obviously are always associated with racism for obvious reasons. But like the thing is, okay, I listen. I've been a good boy, and now suddenly I don't want to be a good boy anymore. This podcast, but like let's just say hypothetically. There was a race of people that looked just like us, but they could just like turn their hands into guns. Yeah. Wouldn't it make perfect sense to want to regulate that person, you know? Especially if...
because, well, there's a group of people who look just like us who's way more dangerous than that and has killed way more people, and we're not allowed to regulate them, so...
I don't know what you're talking about. You making shit up, you racist? What are you talking about?
I was talking about women. But
oh, okay. They never murder anybody, though. What do you mean? That's one of their justifications for hating men, is that men commit like 90% of the murders or whatever. Have you not seen the femcel subreddit?
Yeah, but we do it because it's necessary.
Murder is never necessary. Let the government change your diaper and give you money and be your daddy, and then, you know, sleep with Giga Chad in a one night stand. Blah, 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 etc., etc. I don't feel like going into this diatribe. Anyway, so the movie, right? Deadpool.
Yeah, we're talking about a movie.
Yeah, I got distracted by a Doomer hour peeked in for a second. It was like I haven't done one in so long. Hour. Yeah.
When Trump won, we got a whole hour of white pilling, and now it's back to Doomer hour.
Yep. There wasn't enough seething. They've been hiding it. Google, those fucking loser-ass cuckolds at Google are hiding the seething.
No, dude, have you seen, like, I know, like, iDubbbz was like this. They're like, oh, we're not mad at all. Actually, we thought Trump was gonna win the whole time. It's like,
Yeah,
everyone's lying. They can't help themselves.
yeah, they're fucking. That's all they do is fucking lie. Oh, this is one of those stages I restarted a bunch of times because it took me forever to get on that top path consistently. I think I was doing this at like 3 a.m. Whatever. Ignore my bad gameplay. It was 3 a.m. I wasn't sleeping.
No, dude,
Anyway.
don't worry. It's because the game is bad, not because you're bad.
No. I'm bad. Because it's 3 a.m. Anyway, so... I don't know, man. This is one of those things where I feel like I figured I might have more to say as someone who, you know, used to watch all these cape shit movies. And, you know, I thought, you know, again, it was decently funny. But at the same time, like, I almost wish he had gone further with the multiverse joke and just said, all right, Disney, time to retire the MCU. Like, it's done. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, Deadpool doesn't even join it in the end. Like, literally, basically, you know, there's softcore, like, yeah, no, Deadpool's done. We're done. We made the 3 movies. No Deadpool. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you, Disney. You get this character, and Ryan Reynolds won't even be him again. So...
Yeah, like, I didn't even think they were going to make 2, let alone 3, you know?
Yeah.
So it's good enough. I'm okay with things dying. In fact, I'd rather have things die than just, like, slowly get shittier every iteration.
Yep. Yeah, okay. What were the other 2 movies? I forgot already. Shit.
We watched Wiener Town.
Oh no, it was 2 movies and a show. Okay, the Mario movie. Yeah, you weren't even watching, you fuck.
I was reading a book.
All right, I saw the Mario movie finally. I did. That it made me kind of mad, I'll be honest. It did. Like, and not for the reasons you might think. Though, yes, I also hated Girl Boss Peach, and I love how the centrist grifter squad, whoever they may be, I don't know. Who am I referring to? I have no idea. A hypothetical. Stop restarting the stage. God damn it. Do it right. Fuck. All right, I'm just skipping past.
Yeah, it's the fun part. It's the fun part of the game.
Anyway.
Oh, nope. You're going to a shitty level again.
So, the Mario movie, yes. Yeah, if people pretending. I didn't know because I didn't watch the movie. But, like, leftists were making fun of whoever, some hypothetical group that doesn't exist, that they're saying, oh, the Mario movie's woke because Peach is tough because she has a halberd. It's like, Peach is unironically way more competent and useful and powerful and drives the plot more than Mario.
Yeah, no, every time I looked up from my book, I'm like, Peach is the main character.
Yeah, Peach is the main character of the fucking movie. Like, it's fucking, it's cringe, man. The only time, like, Mario really, like, earns it is when he beats Donkey Kong, and even then, it's because of, like, why did they even put Cat Mario in? Like, it's, like, marketing shit to, like, sell toys. This is the Mario Bros. Movie, and you pick fucking Cat Mario as the power-up? Yeah. Fuck you. And you know what? The raccoon suit shows up near the end, which is fine, but that's good. I like that. But, like, eat a dick. Is all I'm saying. Anyway, so but the whole thing is soulless golem slop anyway. Like, I'll be honest, like, when they actually go into the Mushroom Kingdom, like, oh, you know what, this movie looks pretty good. It's got nice, like, highly saturated colors, and you know, like, so much modern shit is, like, afraid to look good in a way, you know? Whether it was, like, back in the PS3 generation, you had the piss filter and, like, everything was brown. But these days, it's, like, the bisexual color scheme, but even then, it's sort of, like, desaturated. I'm referring to, like, purple, pink, blue. Everything is, like, people have posted a shit ton of stuff that just splatters that all over everything. But, you know, the Mario movie, at least at points, looked very colorful. But, like, it was such a fucking slop-ass movie. The worst voice cast of all time, by the way, probably for an adaptation.
Dude, that's why I refused to watch it. I'm like, oh,
so
Mario doesn't sound like Mario? Not watching
They make fun of it
care.
in the first 30 seconds. His family's like, what the fuck was that accent you did? I'm like, oh, I don't know. That's Mario's fucking voice. You fucking... And I was like, you know, like, you saw, like, the Hitler stash grow on me in real time. And I said things that should never be repeated on the internet. But,
dude, I hate this millennial writing where it's like, make fun of thing everyone loves. You know? Where it's like, why do you feel the need to make fun of something that's better than you?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You know, and like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong again. I was like, you know,
that's the worst.
You could start hearing some patriotic Germans, you know, in the background.
Dude, he even did the Seth Rogen laugh.
He did. Like, oh my god, it was so bad, dude. I used my time freeze a really bad place. Yeah, I froze time at the wrong time. So yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, especially the end. Like, again, Luigi's the damsel in distress instead of Peach. Not woke, by the way. Not woke. What does woke mean? I literally got recommended some gay-ass fucking... I didn't even click on it because I'm like, I don't even want to hear 5 seconds of this homo's voice. But it was like, you know, it was another, like, mocking what woke means video. It's like, you fuckers can't even define it. How do you make fun of something that you don't even know what it means? Like, oh, is this woke? Oh, yeah, I think the video was called, like, trying to figure out what's woke. And it's like, is Mario woke? Is like the thumbnail or whatever, something like that. I'm like,
no, dude, I'm on the boomer side now, shit. Where woke just means anything I don't like, fuck you, face the wall. You know?
Yeah, based. There you go. I mean, how hard is it that, like, these fuckers pretend they don't even know what their own ideology is? Legitimately, it's cultural Marxism or progressive leftism, whatever. You could, there's like 10 different names for it. The thing you fucks believe, literally your ideology, that's what woke means. It's that fucking simple. Oh, do you believe girl bosses are good? Then it's woke, because you think it's good, fucker. That's what you're promoting. Breathing is woke. No.
Yeah. You breathing is woke.
Yeah. So stop breathing, bitch. You thinking different than me and being alive is woke. So stop being alive. Anyway, so anyway, uh-oh, my playlist. Oh no, that has like 20 seconds of silence at the end of it. I was panicking without the music. Anyway, so
the autism was, you're hearing voices in your head again.
Yeah, that's always that's you and me though. Like, especially like maybe that's why I hate straw man as a fallacy, because like every hypothetical argument in my head is a straw man, but they're all true though. So is it a straw man? Like, they're based on things I've actually heard people say, so that's not a straw man then. Like, I didn't come up with something.
A straw man of the left, because trust me, there's some psycho.
Yeah, they all believe anything I've ever thought that they've believed is something they do believe. So that's not a straw man.
And if they don't believe it now, they will in the future.
Yeah, it's also true. Which is why people keep saying they're going to normalize being a pedo, at least in certain kinds of it. You know, that's the part people don't mention, though. I don't want to get into that, because it's an old quote of mine. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, if you go deep enough into the internet, it's just gay pedos versus straight pedos. I said something like that. And I'm like, I think about that sometimes. Like, that is so true, though. Like, people don't want to talk about it. But, like, especially all the lolly people in my audience, you know who you are. That exactly is proving my fucking point. But anyway, so the Mario movies made me mad.
Yeah, back to the Mario movie.
Yeah, back to the Mario movie. So it was Soulless Golem slop. Illumination sucks. I hate them. They ruined everything. Fuck Hollywood. Fuck, you know, the toucans who are from space. And fuck you. Also, okay, now let's talk about House, the best episodic TV show of all time. House is really good. My favorite
show ever created. I love House. And you explained to me why. I never really thought why it was my favorite show. I just thought it was the best written, and it's good. But go ahead and explain what you said to me.
Yeah, because it's just a show about an angry white man being right all the time.
Yeah, he's always right.
Everyone opposes him. Like, they always doubt him. And you know what? Temporarily, he's wrong until he's right. Eventually, he is always correct.
And there's always a dumb woman
who's in his way? Women, minorities...
Yep.
Especially women, though. Especially women.
Yeah, especially women. And they're like, I'm gonna do it my way. And then it backfires.
Yes, every time. And he's right every goddamn time.
It happened 3 times.
Yeah, that show is too based. Way too fucking based.
It's so good. And it's like, I never thought about it like that. I'm just like, I think House is cool. And it's like, no, it's an angry white man who's always right. It's like, perfect.
And that shows a lot of casual racism in it, too. I love the casual racism.
It's great. Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean, all that base stuff aside, it actually is good TV drama and a very good use of episodic formula. You know, it's still engaging, even if you know the flow of every episode. It doesn't matter because it's very well written. It's funny. It's dramatic. You know, and yeah, like, you know, as you were telling me, yeah, the two-parter with Foreman dying, yeah, that was quite good actually. You know, because like,
yeah,
at the end of the day, like, you know, it doesn't matter if like you're allowed to have like racist jokes in something and it not be racist. Now that's something that literally nobody understands anymore. Like to like your average like Zoomer that doesn't compute at all. What do you mean? This is racist? Fuck you, you racist! How dare you? You know, it's like
no. Before everything had racist jokes because it just wasn't a big deal. Who cares?
Yes.
Like everyone says and believes racist things. Everyone, all the time. They just now people just lie about it and hide it.
Yep.
Unless it's about white people, then it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to be racist toward white men, especially, for sure. I don't know why women are exempt from that a lot of times. It's weird. Like, actually, it's okay to be racist against white women if it's friendly fire from conservatives. That happens a lot. You know, that happens even sometimes when we talk about stuff like the dog. You just know with dogs or like, you know, other things that I won't say. But you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't know. I just felt like mentioning House briefly. Like, you guys should all watch it if you haven't. It's aged extremely well. Oh yeah, this took me fucking forever. Yeah, the hard version of the Metal Overlord fight is like very annoying.
Yeah, I'm glad I never did it because I'm like, I have good memories of this fight because I thought it was fun. So I'm glad I didn't taint it.
Okay, I think it's finally time to talk about the rest of the 1988 games.
Oh my god!
Finally. Okay, so if you remember last week, we talked about Super Mario Bros. 3, Ninja Gaiden. What was the other one? We talked about 3 games, I think.
We did? I thought it was just those 2.
Mega Man 2. That was the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mega Man 2.
Yeah, that was the other
I had to check the list.
So do you want to just put those on really quick?
Yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3 is Game of the Year. That's obvious.
Easy.
Now must play is always the hard one because it's like I don't
Mega Man 2. It's a good game.
Mega Man 2 is probably the second best game that I played out of these for sure.
And I didn't play Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden, I guess, is worth a try, but only with save states. Only with save states. Trust me. I don't care how good at video games you are. You're wasting your goddamn time. Just cheat. Just fucking cheat. It's not worth getting good at the game to play all the way through. You know.
Wait.
What?
There's nothing on screen. Chat's freaking out.
What happened? Oh, hold on. Yeah. I forgot. I got this. Don't worry. We're good.
It's green.
Technical.
You get the color green.
Technical difficulties have been solved. I forgot that I turned that off for the other shit. Yeah, hold on. I can fix this by doing it the other way around. Okay, so now this week, well, I didn't play Blaster Master, but you did, right?
Yeah.
So
you can just place it really quick. Yeah, it's just okay. Just put it in worth a try. It's too hard to be fun, but the remake is pretty solid. In a, I don't know, like mediocre indie game kind of way.
Would you like to explain to the class what Blast Master is, since I have no footage to show?
It's just tank. He plays a little tank guy, and it's a very, very early Metroidvania. That's it. With levels. It's a Metroidvania with levels.
Okay. Oh,
okay.
Also, if in case there's one guy who asked, no, I didn't play Wasteland either. Maybe I will get around to it.
Yeah, I played it for like 15 minutes twice, but I don't know. I didn't like Fallout 1. I think there's no universe I was gonna like Wasteland. Sad.
Hold on. There we go. We can play Tetris. I also didn't record anything for Tetris, but I think everyone's played Tetris. Devin, you like Tetris.
I love
so-
Tetris. Tetris is fun. I'd put it in must play. You gotta play Tetris. You can't just not play Tetris.
I guess I agree, if only because it's the type of game where you lose nothing. Everyone pretty much likes it. I don't really care about it that much, but it's fine. And yeah, everyone should try it because it's extremely simplistic and you might like it. So you have almost nothing to lose. It's been released 1,000 times, you know. So yeah, we can put Tetris in must play. Even if it's for a different reason than I would normally think. You'd put something in must play. Okay, so now we'll talk about the games I actually have footage for. Let's talk about... The game I put the most time into is Dragon Quest III.
And the one I put the least time into.
That's fine. I think...
So I'll go with your judgment. It's just Dragon Quest. It's the same game over and over and over again.
Yeah, so I played the HD remaster, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They did, yes, it is, some stuff is censored, unfortunately. But yeah, the sad thing is, this is, like, even with this, like, fancy, you know, you got cutscenes, you got voice acting for important characters, all this shit. At the end of the day, it's still Dragon Quest. Like, as we'll talk about with Final Fantasy II, after this, it still has no story. Like, this... I mean, later games do have more of a story in Dragon Quest, but these first few games, it's extremely bare bones. You know, you're the hero, your dad gets killed, and you have to, you know, succeed in his place to defeat the evil wizard Baramos. And, you know, Baramos is not the real bad guy, I know, because of other games. Zoma is, but that's not important. Dragon Quest actually does that multiple times, where there's a fake-out mid-game boss bad guy who gets superseded by the real bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, it's just fucking Dragon Quest. Like, if I just skip to the... Well, this clip... one thing... This is like Dragon Quest IX in the sense that you create your own party, and they don't have character, really. I took the default mage, white mage, priest, because, I mean, you always are going to have a healer. But I made a female warrior, unfortunately slightly censored, but, I mean, you
really
can...
isn't that
Yeah,
much.
you can tell from this pixel art here... I'm not going to bother zooming in. I was like, even if you're not going to be able to see it on your phone, probably. But you can see at the top here, it's still a pretty skimpy outfit, let's be honest. So, I mean, I would prefer they don't censor anything, but, I mean, her ass, they literally have pixels for her ass cheeks hanging out on the backside. So, just, you know, throwing that out there. So, I did that. And yes, I named her Abby because fuck it. Let's just play into it.
Dude, the brain damage is permanent. Like, that's never going to leave your psyche.
Yeah, and then I made a Monster Wrangler just because I wanted to try a different class, and I really like that design. I don't know, I'm a sucker for, like, the white-haired, like, anime chick who's, like, you know...
I guess it's genetic.
Neutral something. Oh, you also like that?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monster Wrangler is one of those classes that kind of sucks in the early game. I hear it gets really good later, but it's just kind of like a jack of all trades type class, which your character already is that. But like it does a little...
There's no point.
Yeah, there's no point. The hero class already is a jack of all trades, so Monster Wrangler, it can heal, it has, you know, a multi-target hit attack, it can stun an enemy, but I never use that move. But later it learns, like, really good shit from what I saw, but I didn't play that far. Alright, we'll skip to gameplay. The gameplay, again, it's literally just Dragon Quest. If you played a Dragon Quest game, it's the same exact fucking combat in every one of these games.
Dude, it's crazy, because everyone makes fun of
I sped it up later.
Right?
Yeah,
For being the same game. But, like, Call of Duty could never dream of copy and pasting as bad as Dragon Quest does.
I feel like
the Japanese love it. They love it.
I need to like take a shit at some point. Why half of this I'm not even okay, here we go. This should be combat here. I'm like literally just trying to find when I'm playing the game. Like what was I doing? Whatever. Anyways.
We know what you're doing.
No, I swear I wasn't.
Far.
No, not at the same time as this. I swear. Anyway.
You saw the warrior design, the female warrior design, you had to take a break.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, what? Yeah, man, it's really just not that interesting. So basically, like, it, you know, if you played any JRPG, the roles are the same. The hero class is a glorified warrior class that also has a couple spells, so you can heal and you can AoE burn. What's vaguely interesting is, like, enemies are divided into groups, so group spells don't hit every opponent, they only hit a group. So you can fight up to like 8 or 10 enemies at once, but they're split into groups. I can probably skip to a combat sequence, but like you'll have a group of like 3 heal slimes, and then there's one toad or one anteater guy.
And that was already the case in Dragon Quest II.
Oh yeah, I didn't play it. I forgot.
Yep.
Yeah, I skipped Dragon Quest II.
So don't worry, there actually was 0 innovation. If you thought there was some.
Yeah. So the thing is, okay, so I'm gonna slightly defend Dragon Quest here, because this is something that I noticed. The main difference, other than basically the games being exactly the same every time, the main difference between Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest is Dragon Quest takes the gameplay part a little bit more seriously, in the sense that dungeon crawling actually is resource management in Dragon Quest. Because the average combat encounter is more difficult than Final Fantasy, without a doubt. Like, it just wears you down over time.
They do that in different ways in Final Fantasy, though. Because, like, think of the poison cave in Final Fantasy 1. Where it's like, the individual encounters aren't very strong, but it's just meant to sap your mana, and then you slowly die of poison, right?
Yeah. And me and you already talked about this off stream, but this is not real challenge. This is artificial difficulty. I'll skip to when I got past Tutorial Islands.
Because all it is the game making you grind. You know?
Yeah, you have... Yeah, exactly.
Because you are artificially... you'll always either increase your money enough to get to new equipment, at which point it's not a challenge anymore, or you level up enough to the point where it's not a challenge anymore.
Yeah,
the resource management only exists if you're under-leveled. And by playing the game, it's a problem that solves itself.
Yeah, and this is one of those games where equipment is more important than levels, and it takes a really long time to level up, actually, as well. So, as you just saw there, my priest got killed in like 3 hits because I was under-equipped because I didn't grind for enough money, right? It wasn't even about EXP, it's about I need to grind just to fucking get gold to buy better shit.
If you just watch this, the game is forcing you to grind, because now you have to walk back to town to revive. So all that progress you made has been reset, but you kept all of the money and experience you just got. So it's just forcing you to grind. That's all it's doing.
Yeah, exactly. One thing the remake adds is, along with the Monster Wrangler class, you can find monsters out in the overworld. Unfortunately, you can't train them. You can fight with them in the arena here. No, that was the end. I only did the intro battle, though.
Innovation for innovation's sake is not necessarily a good thing. It's the same fucking game! Just replay the one you already have! There's no differences. None. Literally 0. For like 40 fucking years. It's insane. Fuck these games.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you just compare...
I like Dragon Quest 1, and then I played Dragon Quest 2, and I'm like, oh, it's the same game. And then I played Dragon Quest 3, and I'm like, this is the same game. And I'm like, wait a second. I played Dragon Quest 9 when I was a kid, and that's the same fucking game. And then, what, a year ago, I played Dragon Quest 11, which is still the same game. What is wrong with the Japanese? What, do they have brain worms?
If you defend this, you defend Call of Duty being the same every year, basically. The only
Call
difference...
of Duty is way more different than any of these are.
Well, that's the funny thing, yeah.
Similar.
In terms of, like, the fact that these are all the same basic fantasy setting every time. Like, Final Fantasy will mix it up. It'll have, like, ancient advanced technology, or it'll take place in the future, or it's just like they always, like, mix in, like, a weird amount of, like, either cyberpunk stuff or, like, weird, like, ancient magi technology type stuff to mix it up. It's a different setting. Most of the time, it feels like a different one. With Dragon Quest, it's the same exact fantasy setting every goddamn time, which makes it feel even more the same. You know, the monsters' designs are the same because, you know, Toriyama drew like 100 monsters that they just they only add like 3 or 4 new ones each game. You know, they recycle the same
and the monster
monsters.
designs are amazing. They're perfect. They're great, but you can't use the same ones over and over and over again.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. It, like, shockingly, though, I could see myself finishing this, weirdly. Same for Final Fantasy 2, though. I was actually decently engaged with Final Fantasy 2. But these are, like, I'm
getting mad over that comment still. Innovation for innovation's sake. You don't even know what you're saying. What you said doesn't mean anything. Stop pretending like it does. It's magic words to get the other guy to think you're smart. But you're a retard, and I know you're a retard.
I'm so glad you're saying this shit, man. You're seeing what I have to deal with when I stream, and then people insult me afterward like I was wrong. It's like, what are you talking about? I was 100% correct with everything I was saying. It's like you are literally just saying exactly what I would say. Exactly what I would say.
I'm sorry, continue.
Anyway. So anyway. So I don't know, like right. My final thoughts on this really is that this is just a worse version of Dragon Quest IX. Like, if you're gonna play a game where you create your own party and you go off on an adventure across the world in this medieval fantasy thing, I think Dragon Quest IX does this, but just does it better in the sense that Dragon Quest IX has a unique way of doing a story where instead of having basically no story like Dragon Quest, it's an episodic story where it's a bunch of mini, like, Monster of the Week areas. And Thomas is in chat, I just noticed. Anyway, yeah. So it's a bunch of mini, like, stories in each area you go to across the map. You solve all these people's problems. Like, one is like, oh, here's a giant whale, or oh, here's like an evil witch who resurrected this dude that she was in love with and made him like a black knight or whatever. Here's one where it's like a Harry Potter school, you know, or there's like a desert with like a little lizard dude who wished to be a giant fat lizard dude because he was in love with the queen or something. I that's a weird one now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's a bestiality story. Anyway, so point is, Dragon Quest, I remember that all off the top of my head. I haven't played Dragon Quest IX in over a decade, but it is memorable because I haven't really played an RPG that did something like that. So, but this is just more of the same. You know, if you're gonna play more of the same of Dragon Quest, you should just play the Pokemon ripoff games. Like last year, I you know, put The Dark Prince as my 5th best game of the year because I like those games. It just takes like the Dragon Quest formula and adds like interesting progression on top of it because everyone likes catching monsters and fighting with them. You know, so you know, I don't know, I like it anyway.
Yeah, are those like ultra grindy though?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, they're ultra grindy.
As opposed to
sure.
Pokemon, which is like ultra soul and has no grind if you're not mentally retarded.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely not say they're better than Pokemon. They're definitely not. But they're fun in their own way.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that we talk about that for a while, but I would say it's
shit here, right? Shit into the shit. Fuck these games. We hate the Japanese over at the Chudcast Incorporated.
I would say it's worth a try, but the problem is like just because something's worth a try on this list doesn't mean that like when we do the greatest list of all the greatest, it's not even like it would be low for sure, low, but like worth a try is such a broad like subject.
All right,
you know what I mean?
Fine. You can try it.
Okay, well, Super Mario Bros. 2 I only played for 15 minutes, so this won't take long.
That's not very long. I played like halfway through. It's fine. It's okay.
Well, yeah, you can talk about this.
Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you want to talk about it?
Well, this game's so remarkable. I had 3 things to say about it. Easiest wall clips I've ever seen. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Mouse bad. Oh yeah, the mouse boss. You never fought him.
I did. Yeah, he was at the end of the first world. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you fight him multiple times. Fuck that guy. He's annoying. And level design is just kind of annoying, where you're wandering around. So, I guess that's more apparent in the later levels. The beginning's pretty linear.
Yeah, I like the beginning. Like, I like just the platforming parts, but anything that's not platforming around, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, there's some interesting concepts. Like, I like taking the key and then the mask chases you and you gotta outrun
that's
him.
super cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just found I played this immediately after Super Mario Brothers 3, so I just found it unremarkable.
Yeah, I mean, it's no contest between the two of them. I die here in a very stupid way. I just slipped off the edge. Yep. But yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's one of those games where if I had infinite time and I actually, you know, for some reason didn't want to play any better games, I think it'd be completely fine. Yeah, there's no reason to like dedicate a shit ton of time playing this. I say that, but it's probably only like 2 to 3 hours long. But really, Thomas? We're literally doing the fucking podcast, you retard. Thomas is texting. You asswipe. Anyway, so it's one of those things where I like interesting ideas, and this has interesting ideas, like just basing so much of the game around like picking stuff up below you. I fucking missed that jump like 5 times. I was getting tilted after a certain point. But anyway, at the end of the day, like it isn't like that fun to play.
Yeah.
It's just it's fine. It really
that's
is.
That's what I was thinking. I was just like, I don't feel the need to finish this because it's just another NES game that's okay.
Yeah, it's like if you compare it to like, again, we're only trying to play the best games. If we were playing the worst games, we'd be like, oh, this is probably one of the best NES games. But it's like that's a low bar. That's like a really fucking low bar. You know, you watch any AVGN episode and you're like, wow, that's a lot of dog shit. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're comparing it to the best, it's okay. You know, it's fine. All right, I guess that's it for that then. Yeah, so shit tier then? No.
No, it's definitely better than Gaiden.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It's
fine. Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, and then the final game for 88, which I have thrown this idea around. Again, we're not committing to anything, but since we've ended up skipping a lot of chat requested games, we may come back to this. We haven't decided when we're gonna stop. Like, honestly, if it were up to me, 2013 would probably be the last year, because I just don't care about like modern gaming like that, you know. We could go all the way up until like 2020, but like, let's say if we just hit the greatest from now to 2013, then we could go back and play the less praised games, you know, on a second time around. It was an idea I put forward. I don't know if we're gonna do that,
well,
but that's...
I mean, I try to play everything. If chat has recommended it, I have played it. I just don't. I know you only play like 4 games, so if it's unremarkable, I just don't tell you about it.
Yeah. Well, you could talk about the unremarkable games quickly at the end then, if there was anything else.
Shit, don't play them.
Okay, so last one, Final Fantasy 2. Both of us, I think, were pleasantly surprised by this one.
Yeah, dude, I played through the whole thing. I love this game. This game's great.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because all the shitters say this is the bad Final Fantasy, but I liked it more than 1, and I liked it more than 7. So it must be pretty good.
Well, liking it more than 7 is like actual maniac talk,
well,
but
7 is dog shit. Anyone who likes Final Fantasy 7 should die. That's another one where, yeah, that game's woke because I don't like it. Anyway, Final Fantasy 2.
Well, yeah, Final Fantasy 2, it has a story. That's innovation. We're talking innovation. It actually has a fucking story, which is crazy. You know, novel concept back then, actually. But
it's like not the greatest story ever, but it is reasonably told. It's pretty quick, not boring. Everyone dies for some reason, which is cool.
Spoiler.
Like, one person died while you were still playing. Just know that happens to like almost everyone. Like, there's so much death in this game. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this might be one I actually finish, because I was somewhat engaged. Again, I think my standards are getting pretty low, because like NES games is so simplistic.
Yeah.
That I might come back to finish this maybe.
Now, skip a little ahead to the dialogue system, because the dialogue system's so cool in this game.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, where you have key terms, and then you can
learn from people talking about them, and then you can ask anyone you talk to about those key terms.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
It's an NES game, so obviously it's not like that broad, but it's cool. It makes the dialogue slightly more engaging.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so the RPG mechanics in this are ironically one of the more interesting parts. It's like Bethesda, where you use a skill and then you get better at the skill. And it applies to all your stats too. You get hit, your HP stat goes up. It's like, and each individual magic has proficiencies as well. And it's like, that's interesting. I mean, I don't think that's better than the normal way, but everything else, like, again, if you do the same thing 1,000 times, anything else is going to feel fresh. And
yeah, I mean, and this is only Final Fantasy 2. Just comparing Dragon Quest 1 to Dragon Quest 3, where it's the same fucking game over and over again, all the way up to Dragon Quest 11. And then Final Fantasy 1 to 2 are completely different. Like, literally, the combat leveling up system is completely different than it was in the first game, that they never did again. This is the only game that does this in all Final Fantasy.
The only thing I would be worried about, but you played through most of this, but the only thing I'd be... This game too.
Oh, I beat this game.
Oh, you beat it. Okay, so how grindy does it get with the skills?
Not at all. I never grinded the entire game, and I turned encounters off like the entire second half of the game. So you just kind of have to accept that. I guess the only annoying thing is once you get a new spell, you're like more upset than you are happy, because you have to, like, it's gonna be shit for the next 2 hours, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But no, the only problem I ran into is the final boss. I basically had to kill with poison because I was doing so little damage.
I forgot.
But no, the game is not grindy at all.
I forgot I actually had a couple tracks for when we were going to talk about the retro games. Too late now, since we already talked about Dragon Quest, but I'll just switch to the Dragon Quest music. That is one thing Dragon Quest has over... Not all the Final Fantasy soundtracks, but over the early ones at least, is the Dragon Quest soundtrack is much better, in my opinion.
I don't know. The game's just cool. It's pretty freeform, but like for no reason. Like you can go in any direction, but if you go the wrong way, you just get one shot and die.
Yeah, I did that. Yep, I did that one time. Just I can go southwest here. Oh, everyone died in one hit. Wow. The same thing with the fucking guards in the third place.
Though. Yeah, like it shows you how they're not just telling you, "Hey, these guards are really strong." They're like, "No, go ahead, try and fight them, pussy."
Yeah, here we go. Well, right here. All right, so yes, I will defeat the Empire. 0 damage, 0 damage, and then 25 damage.
25. And that's why magic is good.
311. Run. So that's fun. I mean, modern games are scared of doing shit like that.
Yeah, because everyone's a pussy. They're like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
That was one of the things, even though it was handled in a very lazy way, I did like it about Breath of the Wild. You know, you could go anywhere and then get killed in one hit.
Yep. I don't know. You didn't like play enough to notice this, but if you don't use a guide, there's like a shit ton of running back and forth in this game, just talking to everyone, trying every keyword. That's kind of the only annoying thing about the keyword system.
Yeah. Well, that does sound annoying, but I guess I'll figure that out later if I don't bother using a guide.
It's not that bad. Like, you can definitely beat the game without a guide. It's not like you need it, but it's just like mildly annoying. Mildly.
Yep.
Dude, this is the problem with it being 3 weeks, since I played this. Because you are a whore and I don't like you.
Well, we couldn't do the podcast last week anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But one of my notes is just red soul in caps. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what.
It has soul.
Clue. Yeah,
maybe that's it. Soul. It just means soul.
The soul is red. The story thing. So what's cool about this game having a story is that it's done well, better than a lot of modern games, and that things that happen in the story have permanent world changes. Like, a town will just get destroyed and now it's forever gone, you know?
You know, it's funny. Normally, I'd say that's a good thing, but if they watched my last Stalker 2 stream, they'd see how that could be a bad thing.
Oh yeah, well, I haven't seen Stalker 2.
You know that Science Institute thing I showed you? After that gets destroyed, the fucking feds hate you, and one of the early outposts that I didn't discover, like in the early game, I needed like to buy something there. I think it was like I could get a better pistol, a better suppressed pistol. And so I show up there the first time and everyone starts shooting me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was so pissed. I'd been playing the game for 4 fucking hours. I just wanted to do one last thing. The game was already torturing me. And then I'm like, oh, this settlement just hates me. And I didn't even know why until I figured it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, luckily, this game was smarter than that, in that like even the destroyed town still has a working inn and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good game. I like this game.
Okay, and that was all of them.
Yep, that was the last one.
So we'll talk about the 1988.
Put it.
Hold on. Yeah, where do you want to put it?
I say must play. I like this game a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I think people saying this is the worst Final Fantasy are insane. Like, this is my favorite one by far so far.
I told you guys Devin's the biggest contrarian of all time.
Dude, I don't know. I like good games. What do you want from me? Bro, Jared gave Metal Gear Rising a 4 out of 10, and he said this is the worst one. Who are you gonna believe?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, well, you're understanding in real time why people get less pissed about someone overrating something than underrating it, you know? If you shit
that's
on...
why I want people to be mad at me still. That's why I have to attach it to me hating Final Fantasy VII.
Listen, every time you hate Devin, just think about Poir, and then everything will be fine. Yes.
Man, people are like really mad. He is retard. Good job.
Anyway, Poir. So, I don't know. Must play seems like too generous.
No, dude, it's good. You haven't played it.
Maybe we'll revise it later. Who cares? The ultimate list is what matters more.
Yeah,
so, right, we need to fix this anyway. So, because we need to put back the other ones. Okay, so Super Mario Bros. 3 is A tier up with Zelda for sure.
Yep.
We'll put back Ghosts and Goblins.
So you said you wanted to clean. Well, we can discuss this with chat. That the list will get too bloated over time, and this is supposed to be the greatest games of all time. Do you want us to slowly shave off games if they're too bad?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, maybe I could just make that a poll instead of getting random yes nos. Should we shave off the worst games over time?
Dude, people really like Final Fantasy VII. I didn't realize you had this many gay people in your chat.
Listen, the beginning of 5A7 is really good. I'll say that. The middle is kind of meandering.
Yeah, but the beginning's not even that long. I played through the beginning. I had fun in the beginning, and then the rest of the game happens.
Yeah, I think the last like 5 hours is good too. But yeah, the beginning and the end are great, but yeah, the middle is not that great. Which is why fucking Rebirth is shit, because it's just the middle, and then the end is when something actually happens. You have to play all the way to the end of the game to get to the most important part.
I never even made it to Aerith dying. That middle part's just so boring.
Yeah, well, that's where it picks up again.
Bad.
The combat is bad. That's a legitimate problem. All right, what do you think for Mega Man 2? Do we put that in A tier 2, or what do we want?
Dude, we're a little too fast and loose with our tiers. That's here. Let's do put that back. Put Mega Man 2 back. Let's do Stalker and Shadow first. So we have like an anchor point, because we're looking at too many God, really? You tried to tell me Shadow is as good as the first Legend of Zelda. No, okay, I think that's fun.
There you go.
Like, I just think we need something to compare it to. So when we say it's like Final Fantasy 1 really better than Stalker 2?
I don't know. A Stalker 2 isn't a D. I was just being an ass, kind of. I don't know. Like, I feel like after patches, it would be...
Because I told you I like renamed the tiers to be more positive, and that these are like degrees of positive. Maybe we can change the wiggle room later.
Yeah. It seems sort of split down the middle on the should we shave off the worst game. The only reason I don't agree is just because I feel like if someone pops into the most recent podcast episode, they're gonna be like, well, what happened to all those other games? You know?
Oh, I guess that's fair. I don't know. It was your idea, sir.
Well,
don't put this on me.
I don't know. We'll think about it. Anyway, regardless, I feel like Stalker 2 after patches would probably be B tier if they fix the game, but right now it's like a C, I'd say.
Okay, so do we legitimately believe that Mega Man 1 is a whole tier better than Stalker 2?
No. No.
Yeah, see, okay, that's what I thought.
Now we just don't have a B tier, though.
That's fine. All right.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden's probably C. Mega Man 2 it might be the 1B tier one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, where I'm like, okay, yeah, put Mega Man 2 up in B. Except, if we're doing that, put Shadow Generations down one. Fuck that
Fine.
shit game for babies.
It's good, though. Wait, hold on, though. Wait a minute. Nah, wait, I don't agree with this anymore. Remember, well, I don't know if we're still going to do this, but in my head, I'm translating these tiers as, like, numbers out of 10. So, GOAT is 10, S is 9, A is 8. Shadow's absolutely is an 8, then.
No, but I think that's too far. I think we should do, it's like...
what, GOAT is 11?
GOAT is 10, S is like 95, A is 9. Because we're talking about only... Like, eventually, we're going to have so many amazing games that will have no differentiation if it's not that specific, you know?
Yeah, well, that's maybe more important for down the line, I guess. But yeah, if you're thinking 10,
okay. If
9.5,
we're not talking about the
8.5.
future, go ahead and put Generations at the bottom, because it's a shit game for autistic
Fuck
people.
you. Well, no, because listen, if it's... Think about it this way, then we need more tiers, because if Go is 10, S is 9.5, A is 9...
No, I was thinking there'd be a huge jump to just anything below a, 7 isn't even worth thinking about.
Okay, then all these are going poo-poo then.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I don't know, but that's a future problem, I think, because right now there is a point in differentiation.
Yeah. We'll do that later.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, so we didn't talk about Pac-Man. Do you want to talk about Pac-Man? I mean, you like Pac-Man more than me.
Just put it in C, though. It's just fucking Pac-Man, dude. It's fun, but...
Mario Bros. Is probably D. I don't think it's very good. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree. Put it. Throw it.
Is this Dragon Quest 1?
Put it in poo-poo. I changed my mind completely on that game. Poo-poo.
Oh, Dragon Quest 1?
Yeah. Throw that shit in poo-poo.
Okay.
Fuck that game.
I feel like this is... What will be funny? See, we're not there yet. But once we get like 10 more years ahead of where we're right now, so that'll be like in a year at this rate. People are gonna fucking just... The Zoomer allegations will be through the fucking roof. Because like,
you mean? We have fucking Zelda 1 in A tier.
No, fucking Vex.
No Zoomers even played that game.
Vex is gonna be S tier. And it's a fucking mid 3D platformer. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't know. It's impossible to make this shit without nostalgia. Like Spyro is gonna be in a tier above GOAT. That's just called Spyro.
Spyro's actually that good, though. Like,
anyway.
You thought I disagree with you, but it's a great game.
Anyway, so whatever. Castlevania 1 is probably
Poo-poo.
D. I don't know. I don't think it's Poo-poo.
D's fine.
Is this Dragon Quest 2? Yeah,
Poop.
okay.
Throw on poop.
Okay.
Poop.
I didn't play 2.
Excitebike's
poop. What? Is Excitebike's better than these?
Yeah.
I'd rather play Zelda 2 than Excitebike.
All right, fine. Throw in poop. Who cares?
Okay. Gradius. Everyone hates us for this take.
I don't care. Throw it in poop.
All right, Ice Climbers poop.
Yep.
Kid Icarus D maybe.
Yeah. Throw in D.
Super Mario Bros. 2, D probably. Or no, this is the Lost Levels. What would you give Lost Levels?
Just put it at the top of D. Like, it's definitely better than Mario 1, but whatever.
Metroid's probably C. Ultima 4. I don't know what.
Poop.
Yeah.
Anger the PC gamers.
Tetris. What do you think? Tetris C.
Yeah, just throw in C. Whatever. It's fine.
Dragon Quest 3. Yeah, I don't know. Like, because I played a remake that doesn't really count. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, if I played the original, it'd be poop. Yeah.
It's even more poop.
Blaster Master.
D. Just throw in D.
Okay, and then Final Fantasy 2.
I'd put in B. Throw in B.
People are definitely gonna make fun of you for this shit, but I don't care enough. I will play more, and I will come back.
Yeah. You can yell at me when you played it. It's good.
Okay, so we have no S tiers and no goats, and we're
no. People want Tetris and goat.
So this is the 4th year we've done, and we have no S's or goats. That's something.
No, dude, like, bump Mario Bros. 3 up. Bump it.
Yeah, Mario Bros. 3 is S.
Just bump it up. I love that game.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'd play it again right now. Bump it up. That's it. What I changed one of the names to of the tiers was like pinnacle of the genre, and I genuinely think Mario Bros. 3 is the best 2D platformer of that style. You know, where it's like no it's not like the rage platformers like Celeste or Super Meat Boy.
Yep. Okay, well, there you go. You want to hear whatever the Zillennial/Zoomer opinion of the week is. Here it is. There you go.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Well, we will adjust these later. I know we will, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, because, like I said, the human brain, everything is done by comparison. And we have no good modern games on the list to, like, compare. So everything is, like, in that realm of, well, it's good for an NES game, and, you know.
Yeah, maybe next week we should add games that have come out in the past 5 years that at least I've played, so that we can throw them against some of these, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, I guess. Okay, time for Super Chats. This is the longest podcast yet, actually. We're over 2 hours without Super Chats. Okay, so, let's go. I'll change the track back again, because that'll drive me insane eventually.
Oh, wait, before we end, do Super Chat stuff. I want to do, what chat wanted you to do was to, like, do a community post talking about the games for the next podcast so that they could play it, you know?
Yeah.
Why don't we just tell them now at the end of the podcast?
What are we playing next year?
Okay, so I'll go ahead and just say all of the options. So not necessarily what we're guaranteed to play, but...
Here, I'll take care of Sammy while you say these, okay. I think.
So chat, this is your last chance. If there's a game you say we missed, it's your fault now. Here's what I've had written down. It's Castlevania 3, Double Dragon 2, Famicom Detective Club, Mech Warrior, Mother, Phantasy Star 2, Prince of Persia, Strider, DuckTales for the NES. We're not playing all those. There's like no way. But those are like the only notable things I saw that came out in 1989. So make it clear if there's one of those we like definitely should play. Mother, people freaking out about Mother. The thing is Mother good? Ys 1 and 2 was for 1988, and I played 1 and thought it was the worst thing ever. Then played 2, thought it was pretty okay, but there's like no way Kobe was gonna play it. Mother, Mech Warrior. Mech Warrior was... oh yeah, that is what I said. Have you actually played Mech Warrior? Because this is the Mech Warrior from 1989. So, a lot of Phantasy Star 2s. Yeah, I know that's the one that people say is good. Mother 3 makes playing Mother 1 worth it. Yes, 1989. No Earthbound. Earthbound did not come out in 1989. Sim City? I'm guessing that didn't come out in 1989.
I'm back, by the way.
Hello. Chat's not being helpful. Ugh.
That's fine. I mean,
But now you guys know. So if you want to join in and play the same games we are. Oh wow, they're right. The original SimCity did come out in 1989. I feel like there's no way either of us are gonna like that game though.
yeah.
Really,
Wait.
Rants came out in 1989.
Yeah, I grabbed Sam. That's what people in chat are talking about.
Oh, that's funny. Yay, Sam. Give her Poir.
No. I can't. Why are you're purposely trying to piss off me and chat now that you want Sam to kill Poir?
Sam deserves anything she wants.
Okay. So maybe I'll just make a community post later asking for suggestions for games released in 1989.
I've written down basically everything. 1989 is a really bad year, so I don't blame people. But the only thing people have been freaking out about is Phantasy Star 2, Mother, and Mech Warrior.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad year, though. I played DuckTales already because it's like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, it's overrated. Yeah. Tell them how overrated it is.
It's not bad. It's just like really, really short. Where it's like, I don't know how impressed I can be with 30 minutes of good gameplay.
Okay, so anyway, super chats.
We're not doing rants, right? Just making sure.
Rants?
A foreign game.
Oh. No.
Okay,
No.
just making sure.
No.
Half-Life 2 for 1989? Yeah, we'll definitely get on that. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, XX Vendetta XX1. Thanks to the $2. Synth is so chuddy, he spawns food as at will. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Spaz Space Wizard, thanks to the $2. Heard Destiny wanted an off-scene debate with you?
Oh, he wants to suck your cock? Have you heard of that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I get what he's saying. Well,
I assume you didn't watch
I'm not even gonna say. I know what's being referenced. I've seen an image.
Oh, good. That's good. Oh, you actually saw it? Is it bad?
Yeah.
That's good.
Anyway, the Cum Man, thanks to the 5 Australian. You seen the video a guy named Hayrufied said about you? It's wrong, but man, is it funny? No, I don't know what that is. I don't watch any videos on me. I must come, thanks to the $5. Synth Miser, put me in the crystal, baby. Say no more. You're going in the crystal. I'm not beating the sus allegations anytime soon. I didn't do nothing, okay? I'm the ultimate didn't do. Kane's Games, thanks to the $5. I can't really stick around today as I have a lot of editing I need to finish. Just wanted to say hey and give my favorite chud some Poir bucks. Well, thanks. I will maybe buy more Poir related things now. There's no way. How much merch could this literal nobody character have, you know?
It has to have like a statue or something with Yamcha, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't even like Yamcha, though. It's just like Poir.
Yeah.
Class Mystery, thanks to 50 pesos. Most recent Silent Hill entry was literally about school bullying. Yeah, I kind of regret not, like, experiencing any of that with chat. What was that called again? Devin, you know what they're talking about? The Silent Hill about bullying. It was like, it's not even a game. It's like a...
Oh, the, like, interactive movie?
Yes, yeah, that.
Where people, like, voted on what could happen?
Yes. Ascension, yeah,
called.
or short message, or the short message, whatever, that thing.
It's bad.
Game Sense, thanks to the $2. Uva Bowl Energy. Why? I need to box my critics. Oh, right, yeah. The internet dude, yeah, that was 100%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
From what I heard, that's a scam. The Uwe Boll thing. That he's like, I'll fight my critics, and then a bunch of like MMA dudes and like boxer people are like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, well, of course
he
you wouldn't do
the
those.
one like obese nerd dude who said he'd do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart. Reptile 0009, thanks to the $2. Anyone miss the Killzone games? Not really, to be honest. I
don't remember them at all.
back when I had that idea, which it was still a good video idea, I might bring it back at some point, where I was basically just gonna like talk about being evil in video games, and I was gonna use Killzone as an example where ironically you're playing as the villain but you're framed as the good guy, but because the bad guys wear, you know, fashy uniforms, they're bad, even though they are objectively the good guys in those games. The Hellgas didn't do nothings. Is their fucking planet. Someone else came and tried to take their shit. Like, how are they the bad guy? Well, anyway, whatever. So, but those games are not, especially the first game is ass. The first Killzone sucks. 2 and 3 are fine. They're fine as shooters, but they're really, I don't know. I don't think they're that special, really. That's a random name. Thanks to the 10 Canadian. Modern game devils? Oh, devs. Like devs, but devils. Can only make games based on what they know and grew up with. Is that why my game is about reaching utopia by going on a space crusade against the toucan cabals?
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully you manifest that into reality, if that's what you're implying. That's what you know. Wiz Division Productions, thanks to the membership. Bloodborne 2 confirmed. I'll never stop coping. I imagine if Sony bought From Software, that would probably happen.
Would it be good, though?
It'd probably be more of the same. I'm sure people would pretend it's the best thing ever. Rock Paladin, thanks to the 10 bucks. Bloodborne 2 is on. A hunter must hunt. You know, that bitch, her accent is something, all right. But like the fact that I like Bloodborne a lot, I do. But the fact that that's one of the most memorable characters from that game kind of just shows how, like, on the NPC side of things, they sort of dropped the ball. I mean, there's a few notable shit, like the vampire shit and the pyramid head guy and stuff. Like, I like that stuff. But yeah, the hunter woman, that was not that interesting. Kane's Games, thanks to the membership. Sony lost once, it handed its balls to the West. Yep. Oh, it lost once, it handed its balls to the West. Yeah. What the hell?
Here, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll just read the rest of these super chats. Schizo Tie Man, thanks to the 5 pounds. Anyone who still buys games is a big silly Billy or an Oreo mudoid creature. Try before you buy, and emulator bros stay winning. Yeah, more or less, I'd say. Yeah, there's really no reason to buy a game at launch in the modern day. Unless it's like a multiplayer game where its community is going to die in like a month, because that's just... Modern video games are extremely disposable. Then another 2 from Schizo. Every Berg single wits time Stein. Yeah, Matt Hansen, or whatever, what was his fucking name? I think that's his name. Whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, Matt Hansen, that's him. Wiz Division Productions, thanks to the 2 bucks. I'll play the Wayward Realms before I ever buy Avowed. Yeah, fuck Avowed, it's gonna be ass. Mega Rock and Rolla, thanks to 5 bucks. Have you heard about the new Schizo manga Drama Queen about big nose aliens who infiltrated humanity, and the main characters are chuds who kill them? I'm gonna have to call the ADL about that one. That's oy vey. I haven't heard of it, to answer your question, but that does sound amusing. Maybe I'll look into it. Schizo Time Man, thanks to 2 pounds. Do not goon to Fuda in Poir's presence. Okay, I'll just turn him around. That's a random name, thanks to 5 Canadian. Question for Synth Bro. Cure your mold problem by giving it to Synth. He already did. Have him marry a black Jewess. That's what that says. Wrong answers only. Well, he already did give me the mold, so there you go.
Yeah, it's too late.
Rock
The
Paladin
mold will infect everyone eventually.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time.
Rock Paladin, thanks $2. Only hit lore, that's how it's spelled, hit lore, can save Devin now, and not even Jesus. Uriah the House Right, thanks $5. Man, I would love to see a debate between you and Seth the programmer. I can't remember who that is. Oh wait, isn't that the power level guy who's like obsessed with power levels?
I think he's the autist who made like the Ben 10 comic.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Look that up. Schizo time.
Baby, look that shit up.
Yeah, Jamie, you got this. Schizo time, man.
No,
Thanks.
it's not. Yeah, but it is just a power level guy.
Yeah, I knew it was the power level autist. I think I've seen one of his videos before.
Ben 10 cannot beat Goku. Okay.
Schizo time, man. Thanks to the 2 pounds. Slav Jank without soul, you get Stalker 2. Exactly. It's Slav Jank without soul. Yep. Kane's Games, thanks to the $2. Gotta go for a bit. Thanks for today's episode. Well, thanks. Thanks, Kane's Games. What the EGAD, thanks for $5. Mark Kern is not a chud. He is 100% controlled opposition, slop tube, grifter trash, whose main audience are low T soy weebs who believe Coomer equals culture. Yeah, I do recall some shit about that last part for sure. He's definitely one of the people who was like super shilling Stellar Blade and stuff like that. But yeah, I know, like, the accusations of him being a grifter, I feel like I hear all the time, but it's one of those situations where he makes my enemies seethe, so I don't care. You know, I'm apathetic toward, you know, his contribution to, it's not a cause. I can't even think of how I want to phrase this.
The enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, but it is funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Modern Warfare Dale 76. At least I think this is what the MW is. Thanks to the 5 gifted memberships. No message. Class Mystery, thanks to the 50 pesos. Sonic is still more powerful than Shadow. Love this Vegeta versus Goku moment. Get effed, Shadow fanboys. Alright, Klaus. Klaus always has shit taste.
It's true, though.
Imagine liking Sonic, you blue fuck. Anyway. Anyway, what the EGAD, thanks to the $2. 0 girl boss characters in DVW. What is DVW? But nobody will learn. I'm sure someone will figure it out. The Rabbit Hole, thanks to $5. Boomer, anything the culture does I don't like is woke. Anything the government does I don't like is fascism. That is kind of true. That is kind of true.
Look, anyone who does anything I don't like is wrong and should die. Right? That sounds correct, I think.
Oh, Deadpool. Oh, DVD's Deadpool and Wolverine. I got it. Yeah. DVW, yeah. Yeah, there was the black chick near the end, but they just used her as a joke that she was thirsting for the one... Fuck, who's the joke character?
Gary? Like,
yeah, whatever his name is.
Something like that.
Yeah. The villain was kind of girl bossy, but she was psycho, so that doesn't really count. She was just an insane woman. Our dad's calling now. No one knows when we do the podcast. You know how many times that we've told people we do the podcast on Tuesday, and yet what happens? We get called around this time on Tuesday all the time.
It's funny because you don't get called any other time. It's only this time.
I know, exactly. Whatever, I'll call him back in like 10 minutes. Wiz Vision Productions, thanks $2. What is Tetris? It's communist propaganda to get the capitalist pigs to support the Reds and all that. I don't know. Class Mystery, thanks 50 pesos. The chat goon to cross-dressing Cloud Ussy. I don't think that's true.
I think that is true. That's why chat got so upset about me shitting on Final Fantasy VII.
Oh. Mick Armadillo, thanks to the membership. Devin, when's the Atlas stream with Synth and Thomas?
Atlas?
Yeah.
That's the furry game. Never? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess never then. There you go.
It's fun. I've played it.
That's a random name, thanks to the 2 Canadian. Destiny is what happens when you don't beat your kids. True. I don't know how to say this. It's French. It's like Ete sans fin. Sans fin. Ete sans fin. So something without end. I don't know. To be without end or something. I don't know. Thanks to €2. Invite Griffin Gaming in the next Chudcast episode. I guess he could be a guest. It's possible. Koichi Trump, thanks to the $2. Review Ratchet and Clank movie for next Chudcast. I have never seen it. I guess I could.
Do you really want to ruin both of our childhoods at once? Is that...
Yeah. I do. I'm that evil. I want to drag us all down. Oh, summer without end? Okay, that's what it means. Summer without end. Okay, that's for the French name. This is...
Now I'm getting called.
Well, you can take it. This is the last 3 super chats. I'll close out the podcast. Say bye to everybody, I guess. I don't think you heard the last part. Anyway, that's a random name. Thanks to the 5 Canadian. Dogs yapping because they smelled... What the hell, man? Every fucking time with you, dude. I can even smell them through the screen. Cringe Pepe. Always. Yeah. Okay. Wiz Division Productions, thanks for $5. Between Kobe and Devin, who's Tyler Durden and who's the narrator? No, I don't think either one of us is Tyler Durden. Yeah, no, I don't think either one of us is Tyler Durden. Devin would like to be Tyler Durden, and I could be the narrator. And then Wiz Division with another 2. Final Fantasy 10 is better than 7. Devin did nothing wrong. Devin wouldn't like 10 either. 10, I mean, I like 10, but 10 is 100% just a linear movie game. You know? But I like the story, so... Yeah, I mean, I guess if you like the story, then a movie game isn't necessarily bad. It's just like... Stories are ass now, so... Okay, well, that was the final super chat, unless somebody wants to fucking say some last shit for whatever reason.
Bye, chat.
I'm probably ignoring the poll in this case. Oh, wait, Devin, hold on. Did you hear the Final Fantasy 10 thing?
Yeah, that people say they like 10 more than 7.
Yeah.
I've never played 10, though.
Well, it's a linear movie game, so I don't know. I feel like you'd be annoyed after a certain point with the constant, you know,
Probably.
stopping the talk.
Yeah, it would have to be... I don't know. It'd have to be pretty bad for me to like it less than 7, though. So...
Okay, well,
right.
That's about it, guys. Honestly, I'm probably not going to stream today. I was, but then I found out that the YIIK redo, whatever you want to call it, the YIIK IV doesn't change nearly enough for it to be worth playing. So, I don't think... I might stream tomorrow, just for the hell of it, since, you know, I'm not doing jack shit. I should be doing something, but I'm not.
Will you play original RuneScape with me?
No.
Well, no? Damn.
That's a waste of time for both of us. You don't even want to do that.
I know.
You already wasted your time with Master Duel. Well, I'm glad we're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, because like I feel like your hate would only increase with each episode.
Dude, it's just inflicting pain on myself for no reason.
Yep. Yeah, you just gotta stop playing the moment you get mad. So then you probably won't play it anymore.
Yeah.
Just stop.
We should play RuneScape.
No.
What the fuck?
We're not playing RuneScape. We're not playing RuneScape.
Okay.
Okay, that's about it, guys. See you next time.
Bye, Jet.